rash and concentration varies because of all of it. What allows you to kind of really slow down and use your God-given talent, and then obviously the repetitions through your whole life that you know you can do it. You just got to be able to do it when it matters most. It's like hitting a home run, and like Aaron Boone did, or doing something special at the right moments. And I think the educational part of the docuseries is really fascinating to me there, to help our young boys and girls who will be faced with big decisions in their life. And you don't have to be a sport fan to have a Game 7 moment in life. Everybody's faced with decisions that are going to alter the trajectory of their lives in one way or another there. And we're trying to figure out what those skill sets are.
What does it feel like to lose a Game 7?
Fortunately for me, I never experienced what the Oilers did last year, of going all the way to the end in a championship game and losing in a Game 7. Anytime you get to a Game 7, it's a hard journey to get there. Two teams, evenly matched. It's been a war. It's been a tug of war. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's tired. And then to lose that is devastating. I think about my own experience in Game 7, winning 7 of them. The 2 still hurt to this day. What could I have done different? You always say that you got to lose in order to understand how to win. I do agree with that. I think there are lessons in loss and in failure, both as a team and as an individual. If I had my preference, I would have liked to have learned those lessons while I was winning. But unfortunately, that's just not the way it is. But I look back at it now and just think about how grateful I am for all the lessons in wins and the losses, because it really ends up defining who you are as a person and as a player.
MLB Network Radio is your home for 24/7 baseball talk, featuring on-site coverage of every major event from spring training through the World Series and expert analysis from former general managers and players. Sirius XM, Channel 89.
I'm Frank Track.
You're listening to NHL Play-by-Play on Sirius XM.
Second of 3 meetings between the Penguins and the Detroit Red Wings tonight here at PPG Paints Arena. The Penguins looking to bounce back from that loss to the Dallas Stars tonight. Some winnable games coming up with this game, and then, of course, the Columbus Blue Jackets and San Jose Sharks over the weekend. And it would look great if the Penguins could rack up some points here, get something going, and get their confidence back as a team. And, if they do it, they'll have to overcome being the underdogs tonight. They're a minus 143 going into the game. I'm sorry, they're favored, minus 143. Detroit, the underdogs, at plus 118 going into this game tonight. That's our Bet Rivers money line.
Excited for Christmas? What are you going to ask for? Everything?
That's awesome.
Can I get a picture of you guys for cards?
Yeah, of course.
Can I get a picture? Is it okay? Oh,
yeah.
It's just really cool.
Yeah. We're going to get a picture of that smile.
We have
we'll get in.
A hockey stick and a calendar and a karaoke machine for you. Here's a karaoke machine for you. You like to sing? Yeah? Yeah, you can.
Perfect. Awesome.
There you go. Awesome.
You look just like your mom. Huh? You could be twins. Yeah, you do.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you.
You really can't put a price on that, and if you want to talk about, what it felt like to lose 7-1 to the Dallas Stars, for a little perspective on that, go to Children's Hospital the next day and see those kids and the situation they're in and the spirit that they have. And that's what Michelle Crecchiolo is here to talk about right now. She has the scoop on the visit to Children's Hospital yesterday.
Yeah, I was able to tag along with a group of guys, and they did actually change things up a little bit this year, Sag. Usually they make this annual team visit. It's been a tradition since the 70s, I want to say, around the holidays, and they wear Santa hats and deliver gifts. And this year they still had gifts for all the kids, but they were wearing the purple Hockey Fights Cancer jerseys since this year's visit was part of the team's efforts for Hockey Fights Cancer Month, which is this month and takes place every November. So they signed the jerseys. They're going to be auctioned, and then the Penguins Foundation will donate the proceeds to support cancer programs at UPMC Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh. So because of that, I tagged along with the group that went to the hematology oncology floor for kids dealing with blood diseases and cancer, and other groups went to other floors, obviously, but so they were able to cover a lot of ground. And you're right when you talk about the perspective, Stag. Like, it really is hard to articulate just just what this day is like. I mean, in the moment, it's just amazing. And I'll share this one visit that was really special. One of the staffers came up to us and was like, this next room has a 13-year-old boy named Kingston who is just the biggest Penguins fan. You know, we go in, he has a Penguins blanket, a Penguins pillow, a Sid shirt, a stuffed penguin. And his mom was like, we didn't plan this. This is just how he lives his life. Like, he is obsessed with the Penguins. And she started crying when she realized, like, what was going to happen, because it had been a really rough day for them. Like, they got there at 1 a.m. Kingston had swollen lymph nodes in his neck that just weren't getting better, weren't responding to less invasive treatments, so he had to get surgery. And even though he was exhausted from the procedure, he told his parents to make sure they woke him up when the guys came through the door. And, you know, it makes me emotional thinking about it now, just knowing what he had been through and what that meant to him. It was, his mom said it made his life. And, you know, then over the years, I've had people tell me that for as amazing as it is in the moment, the excitement from those visits just really keeps the patient's spirits up. You know, after the guys leave, it just makes their whole day. Like, they get so hyped up when they find out the guys are coming. Then it happens, and then afterward, they're just so excited to tell everyone they know, you know, about what happened. And then, you know, the gifts too that the guys bring, like the little girl we listened to at the top of the segment. I was chatting with her and her mom after the guys had moved on down to the rest of the floor, and she was so excited about the karaoke machine. Like, you know, I was interviewing her mom, and she kept, like, we kept stopping because she was like testing the microphone out with her, and you know, they were starting to, like, she clearly loved it. And same with, you know, Kingston got a pair of headphones, and he was, you know, trying them on, and, you know, so even that part, you know, brightens their spirits a bit. So, you know, so the video of the little girl, the sound that we played, that's up on the Penguin social media. It's so heartwarming. I definitely recommend going to watch it. And then Russell Wilson was actually there too, Stag. So he's there a lot. I think I heard at least once a week, maybe more, but it's definitely, you know, he tries to go as often as he can. And,
which is awesome, by the way, because I was wondering if he was doing that on his own.
Yes,
because the Penguins one was, you know, a club-sponsored thing with the Penguins Foundation, et cetera, which is awesome. But he clearly is a cool dude, man. He went there by himself. Did you get a chance to meet him, too? Or?
So he was on a different floor, but, you know, one of our camera people was there, captured it. And then Blake Lizotte was in the group that got to, you know, so Russell Wilson just came into the room because he was like, I heard there were Penguins in here. And so I felt like, you know, we had to give the patient, you know, the full Pittsburgh sports treatment. And, you know, he was like, I've never had this happen. Like, as many rooms as I've been in, I've never had two different teams from the same city be in the same room, is what Russell Wilson said. Then, you know, Blake Lizotte was like, yeah, that was really cool. Definitely wasn't expecting that. Like, you know, obviously to get to be with those kids, first and foremost, is the best part. But then for Russell, it kind of shows what kind of character he has and what kind of person he is. So it was really fun to get to meet him and see what it's about, or see what he's about. So all in all, just I feel like Russell Wilson, the Penguins, just really did what they could to take these patients' minds off everything they're going through and really brighten their days. So it was just an awesome day, Stag.
Yeah, and what's cool about your job, Michelle, is you get to see all that. You get to report on it. So it's a neat aspect of your job. It's not all hockey. It's the behind-the-scenes stuff. Yes. That's why we call it Inside Scoop, right?
It really is, yeah.
And that was a great inside scoop there on the Penguins' visit to Children's Hospital. That's Michelle Crecchiolo. We'll return in a moment on the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
Join us at PPG Paints Arena on Saturday, November 16th for Grateful Dead Night when the Penguins battle the San Jose Sharks.
Carlson high slot to Malkin, a drive. Loose puck in front, they score!
It's Grateful Dead Night at PPG Paints Arena, featuring live music from Pittsburgh jam band The Cause on Saturday, November 16th. Secure your tickets today at www.pittsburghpenguins.com/promotion. Penguin season presented by UPMC.
From the electricity in PPG Paints Arena to the highlight reel plays, there's nothing quite like Penguins hockey. Be there live to cheer them on as the official ticketing partner of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Ticketmaster has you covered with the largest selection of seats for any budget. Get off the couch and into the stands. Grab your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/Penguins.
When you're looking to play, Bet Rivers will make your day.
Take a chance, you'll see.
You like slots, we've got lots. Blackjack, roulette, take your shot.
It's where you want to be.
Bet Rivers Online Casino is your home for chance, with hundreds of slots, live table games, and more. Bet Rivers Online Casino. Check out the app.
Take a chance.
Must be 21 plus and physically present in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Void where prohibited. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Attention Penguins fans, are you ready to make a difference? Join the sustainability movement with Indra Energy, a proud partner of the Penguins Pledge. Choose Indra Energy's renewable energy plan and join the movement to help combat climate change. Your electricity usage will be paired with renewable energy certificates from electricity sources like wind and solar, which may help reduce your carbon footprint. In 1 year alone, Indra Energy customers prevented thousands of tons of carbon from entering the Earth's atmosphere. Sign up today at indraenergy.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Puck drop is around the corner. But first, we go Between the Pipes. Sponsored by PPG, the official paint of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Brooke Schultz of Tarentum, Pennsylvania has a chance to win a $250 gift card from Shop and Save if Alex Nedeljkovic can get the shutout against his former team, the Detroit Red Wings, here tonight. If it's not a shutout, Brooke still will receive that $25 gift card from Shop and Save. If you'd like to register for the Shop and Save Shutout Sweepstakes, log on to PittsburghPenguins.com. By the way, Nedeljkovic is 4-0 against his former team with a 2.76 goals against average and a .908 save percentage. The Penguins were able to beat the Detroit Red Wings 6-3 on their opening night after the Penguins had lost 6-0 the night before to the New York Rangers. So they lose 7-1 to Dallas and are right back playing the Red Wings in the next game, just as they were that night in Detroit. Let's see if that same pattern continues. The Penguins are 7-0-2 in their last 9 home games against Detroit. Cam Talbot will be in goal for the Red Wings. He's 4-2-1 with a 2.40 goals against average, an impressive .926 save percentage. By the way, the Red Wings in their last game, losing to the Rangers 4-0, they outchanced the Rangers in that game too. Their underlying numbers are very good. Their analytics, they're kind of like the Penguins were last year. Remember, we talked a lot about how the Penguins had all their good underlying numbers, but the one thing they didn't have was a good shooting percentage. They weren't able to cash in on all the chances they were getting. Well, the Red Wings are going through a situation this year. And Derek Lalonde, their coach, told me, he goes, oh, yeah, our shooting percentage was through the roof last year. It was really good, and this year it's not. So they're trying to find ways, and they're looking to try to get to the net, get inside more against the Penguins here tonight to try to score some goals. So the Red Wings will be motivated, and the Penguins are going to be obviously very motivated as they meet tonight here at PPG Paints Arena. In just a moment, we will hear from Jesse Marshall of The Athletic as we back-check the Pens on the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
The Pittsburgh Penguins are brought to you by our founding partners, your neighborhood Ford store. Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs are the official vehicles of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that has made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Build Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2023 calendar year total sales.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend bets against your team, end the friendship. Or choose chill because you're drinking Coors Light with your buddy. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
When the Pens score 5 goals in any game, it's a magic moment from Mr. Magic Car Wash. You get a free Magic Shine Wash, our premier service valued at $25. This huge perk for the best fans in hockey can be redeemed at any of our 16 locations. Mr. Magic, official car wash of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
FNB is the official retail and digital bank of the Pittsburgh Penguins. So what does that mean? Well, it means you can expect great checking, obviously, and top caliber performance at home and on the road with the best-in-class FNB Direct mobile banking app. It means hard work and a winning attitude, day in, day out. And it means we're always looking for a chance to assist on your goals. Let's get started. FNB, member FDIC.
I'm approaching the age where I'm going to start getting my clothes the same place I get my groceries.
Angela Johnson-Reyes, the family reunion tour.
Can't keep shopping at the same stores you used to shop at. Like Forever 21. No, you're not. Turn turns out that was a lie.
See Angela Johnson-Reyes live on stage in Pittsburgh. The Event Center at Rivers Casino, Friday, April 25th. Get tickets now at riverscasino.com.
Attention Penguins fans, are you ready to make a difference? Join the sustainability movement with Indra Energy, a proud partner of the Penguins Pledge. Choose Indra Energy's renewable energy plan and join the movement to help combat climate change. Your electricity usage will be paired with renewable energy certificates from electricity sources like wind and solar, which may help reduce your carbon footprint. In 1 year alone, Indra Energy customers prevented thousands of tons of carbon from entering the Earth's atmosphere. Sign up today at indraenergy.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Paul Steigerwald is getting you ready for the action on Penguins Live pregame. This segment is brought to you by your local Pittsburgh area Lexus dealer. Experience amazing.
It's time to back check the pens, brought to you by Shenderovich and Fishman. They've got your back, not your wallet. Call 1-888-98-TWINS. Let's welcome in Jesse Marshall of The Athletic, who did a real nice story on Sidney Crosby as he's 2 goals away from scoring his 600th career goal. And Jesse, I thought it was a really cool story, the way you broke down what Sidney Crosby does to score goals. Thanks for being with us, and tell us what made you kind of think about doing the story that way, and what kind of things you found.
Yeah, so I think it's just him being on the doorstep. Staggy has 600 goals, and I think that in the conversations about Sidney Crosby, we don't usually talk about his goal scoring. It's about his two-way play. It's about his playmaking ability, his vision. But I didn't really get into the nitty-gritty of how he got 600 Staggy. It's unique and it's creative. Some players have that shot where they can post up in the same spot and let it rip every night. I think with Crosby's tools, Staggy, that flat blade, just that little slightest toe curve, he's got to think of unique and sort of different ways to get it done. And you kind of go back and look historically at how he's been scoring his goals and where he scores them from. His ability from a hand-eye perspective, Staggy, to one, I think get tips and deflections on pucks that other players have no chance at. But two, you can extend that right to his one-timer, the way that he manipulates himself to make sure he gets the shot off immediately without needing to settle the puck down, whether that be falling backwards, dropping to one knee, or whatever he's got to do to twist himself into a pretzel. He's I think, a very non-traditional goal scorer, Staggy, and realistically, too, I think he'd be hard-pressed to find a player in the history of the National Hockey League that has a better backhander than him. So he's 94-ish goals away from being in the top 10 all time. I think he could do that if he plays another 3-4 years. I think it's super feasible for him. But when his career is over, Staggy, I don't think people will think of Sidney Crosby as a dynamic goal scorer. But I tried to challenge that in the piece today because I think when you really break it down, his skill set, the way he goes about it, it's just very unique in sort of the overall scope of the National Hockey League.
Well, it's ironic because he came into the league with a guy who is the best goal scorer maybe of all time. So he's been somewhat overshadowed by Alex Ovechkin in that department. And, the thing that really stands out to me about Sid and his goal scoring is that it almost seems as though it's like when Roberto Clemente decided he wanted to hit more home runs to help the Pirates, his average went down, but his home runs went up. And I almost feel like Sidney Crosby could say, I think I want to score more goals this year. And he shoots the puck more and becomes a little bit more selfish.
Yeah, you remember years ago, Stag, that's exactly what he said. He wanted to break 40 and get up in the league leaders, and he came back the next year and did exactly that. I think all good scorers, this is even true of a guy like Mario, Stag. You think back to Mario and the evolution his career took from, the late 80s and when he was kind of streaking up and down the ice, dragging defenders around on his back, to the end of his career, sort of the transition into the Crosby era. Those are two discernibly different players that were both averaging over a point per game and scoring a good amount of goals. And, Sid, early in his career, Stag, there's that huge burst he had where he could get to the neutral zone and take these defenders by surprise, beat 2 or 3 guys just with his foot speed. Those days are gone, right? If you look at it, he's 37 now, right? Things are different. And now he's evolved his game, I think, to get his stick on pucks in more dynamic fashion, manipulate defenses with tempo as opposed to pure speed. And I think it's been a discernible shift. The best players in this game, Staggy, evolve with their opponents and with time. and with the evolution of the game. And I think for both Crosby and those that came before him in the city, that's true for all of them.
Another thing I love about what he does, Jesse, if you have conversations with him, he reads goalies like nobody's business. I mean, he really knows what every little nuance is of goaltending so that he knows how to, sort of exploit that. And, because he even plays goal in like road hockey and stuff. So he has like this really intimate knowledge of goalies and how to beat them. It's really cool stuff. What a pleasure it's been to watch him get to, the numbers that he's at now, 598, and hopefully he'll get to 600, maybe even tonight here on the same night that Gino is honored for his 500th goal. Jesse, thanks a lot for joining us. Great story. Where do they go to get it?
Get it at the Athletic Stag. It's going to be up there. Check it out. It's got about 20 minutes worth of video of Crosby scoring goals. So if you got some time to spend on your lunch break, you're not going to be bored.
Great. Thank you very much, Jess. Enjoy the game.
All right. Thanks, Stag.
That's Jesse Marshall of the Athletic. We'll have more in a moment. Coach's Corner is next on the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
Queen Bee's reign had just begun.
Big, Pac, Dre, and Jay were taking hip-hop to a whole new level.
It was all a dream. And everything was fly.
Sirius XM Fly.
A channel featuring hip-hop and R&B from the 90s and 2000s.
Throw it back now on Channel 50
and the Sirius XM app.
The biggest plays.
What a save!
Hits.
Oh, hard hit.
Goals.
McDavid scores!
Tune to NHL Network Radio for the most in-depth hockey talk on the planet.
He is the GM of the Minnesota Wild.
Insiders.
The revenues and the big business.
And the best analysis on the air.
Alex Ovechkin!
The NHL on Sirius XM. Hear every team and your hometown call. NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91. And on demand with the Sirius XM app.
Score!
The National Women's Soccer League Championship game is coming to SiriusXM. Hey, it's World Cup winner Heather O'Reilly of SiriusXM FC. Join Jessica Charman and me for the first national radio broadcast of the NWSL Final. That's right, Heather. We'll be taking you through every thrilling moment live from Kansas City. Join us as we make history at the 2024 NWSL Final on Saturday, November 23rd at 8 Eastern. And it's on SiriusXM FC channel 157 and streaming on the SiriusXM app.
Join me, Ward Stellick, and Scott Laughlin as we recap the night that was on NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
The biggest names in the game.
Trying to get behind Ristolainen, walks in, put it between his legs, shoots it, scores!
NHL play-by-play on Sirius XM. Hockey lives here.
Suzuki sweeps it, there's a chance, rebound, Caulfield, shoots and scores!
NHL play-by-play on Sirius XM.
On this segment of the UPMC Penguins Live pregame show, we hear what Penguins head coach Mike Sullivan has to say before puck drop. Sponsored by Jim Shorkey Auto Group, an official auto dealer of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Away, it'll be Alex Nedeljkovic in goal tonight. Tristan Jarry will be the backup goaltender tonight. So it'll be interesting to see how the Penguins use their goalies the rest of this week with back-to-back games coming up on the weekend. You get the feeling that maybe we'll see Tristan Jarry in the net for the first time.
It's twofold. We've got to manage the puck first and foremost. If we don't manage the puck, it makes it very difficult to have numbers back or be in any sort of a defensive posture to defend the rush. And I think that's probably one of the main priorities. And then the other one is when there are questions of control, whether it be in the offensive zone or in the neutral zone, we've got to make sure that we have people on the right side of those pucks, on the right side of those scrums, on the right side of people, so that we have numbers back, we have an opportunity to defend. I think those two things are the most critical areas. We can't be on the offensive side of a scrum, for example. Because if we don't win that puck, we're chasing the game, and I think that's a mindset, that's a discipline that we have to establish.
Mike Sullivan talking about the odd man rushes that the Penguins give up, rush chances. And by the way, the Red Wings are the best in the league at limiting rush chances against. So maybe the Penguins could borrow a page from their book here tonight as they play them. And just to finish my thought there early before we went to that soundbite, with the back-to-back games coming up this weekend, you may see Tristan Jarry in the net in Columbus, because I think the Penguins would probably like to start him for the first time on the road, where he doesn't have that same pressure and scrutiny that he had when he had those struggles early in the year. So that's the story in Coach's Corner. We'll be back with more with the old 2-9er in just a moment on the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
Dear team, thanks for showing up for me with the best face paint and taunting the other team in the kindest way. For standing on your seat when I need the support and screaming until your throat hurts because you know it makes a difference. For wearing my number. For being the best teammates a player could ask for. At Highmark, we're proud to be cheering alongside the best teammates. Fans like you. Because life. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Official health plan of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Hey, Pittsburgh fans, this is Paul Steigerwald. In hockey, big goals cause big momentum shifts. As we all know, our Penguins have scored a lot of big goals over the years. As a founding partner of the Penguins, PPG also likes big goals and is pursuing them off the ice to better the Pittsburgh community and the world. They develop solutions that preserve natural resources with the goal to protect and beautify our world. PPG Paints Arena is proud to be the first LEED Gold certified NHL arena. We like big goals because when we score them, we all win.
Hey, it's Hockey Talk time, where teamwork takes the spotlight. In hockey, success begins with a superb lineup, much like our Penguins.
Oh, you got that right, Roger. And speaking of success, Ford's lineup offers a winning combination of power, agility, and leadership.
Ooh, sounds like a dream team to me, Jimmy. With that being said, it's our pleasure to introduce an unbeatable roster. Mustang, F-150, Bronco Sport, and Escape.
Ford, the official car, truck, and SUV of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Gather a group for a Penguins game this season and save. Lock in great seats at a great price with a group of 10 or more today.
Back to the point where shot scores! Evgeny Malkin plays hero, and you can slap it on the Broadway marquee.
Call 412-642-PENS or visit PittsburghPenguins.com for details. Be sure to ask about our new fan experience packages. Penguin season presented by UPMC.
This is the Pittsburgh Penguins Hockey Network. This copyrighted broadcast is the property of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of all or part of this broadcast, or any descriptions or accounts of this game therein without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Penguins is strictly prohibited. 2 minutes with the old 2-9er, sponsored by FedEx Ground, official delivery company of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Welcome to the old 2-9er, Pens and Wings tonight. We're joined now Penguins forward Drew O'Connor and DOC. I'll make this quick. I'll get the hard one out of the way right away. That last game against Dallas, obviously a forgettable game that you want to get out of your memory banks as quick as possible. Personally, do you grind on it a little bit? Do you dissect it, or do you want to flush it down the toilet as quick as possible?
Yeah, I think you don't want to flush it right away. I think it's important to kind of go over what happened and why it happened, and just because you want to prevent that from happening again, obviously. I think we had a good meeting yesterday morning about it, and tried to come up with some strategies to kind of prevent that type of thing from happening again. And I think after that, you move by it and try not to think about it again.
Oh, see, you had an unbelievable game. I think you got the racing helmet as player of the game in Washington, especially for your penalty killing, blocking shots. Just talk about blocking shots. Number one, the art of it. It's one thing to be brave, but there's also an art to it. And then also the appreciation you get from your teammates when you lay out like that.
Yeah, I think whenever you see someone kind of block a shot, we have a lot of guys that are willing to kind of get in the lanes and block shots like that. So it's always good to see. I think it fires up the bench. I think it gets everyone excited when you make a play. So in terms of blocking shots, I think the biggest thing is make sure it hits you. I think kind of however you can do it, get in the lane and, just find a way to not let it get by you. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing.
Last one for you. You've moved around the lineup, whether it's positions or lines. You played with Sid, you've played with Gino, you've played with a bunch of other players too. What kind of mental checklist do you go through your head, depending on who your center iceman's going to be?
Yeah, I think for me, I try to not worry about who I'm playing with as much and more focus on what I'm going to bring to the table, what I'm going to do in my game. And, a few things that I think about before games are just, getting on the forecheck, making sure I'm trying to be physical and winning my battles and and being reliable defensively. And I think I kind of go through those things, before the game and regardless of what center I'm playing with. And then, once you get out there, you kind of read off whoever you're playing with a little bit. But, I think for me and the conversations I've had with the coaching staff is that regardless of what center I'm playing with, what wingers I'm playing with, just bring the elements of my game that can help that line.
We'll see. Thanks for this. All the best. Go get the wings.
All right. Thanks.
All right. That's Drew O'Connor. And you're 2 minutes with the old 2-9er. Enjoy the hockey game.
This is the Highmark Injury Update, brought to you by Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield, official and exclusive healthcare plan of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, back to the Penguins Radio Network.
Well, with injuries to Kevin Hayes and Cody Glass and the trade of Lars Eller, Sam Poulin will be in the lineup tonight. He'll be the fourth-line center for the Penguins. On the injury front for the Red Wings, Tyler Mott and goaltender Alex Lyon are out of the lineup for Detroit. This Friday's Mega Millions jackpot now has an estimated annuity of $361 million. So don't forget to play at your local retailer or online. Pennsylvania Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians every day. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Joe Brand and the old 2-9er have the call for you. We've got that ceremony coming up for Gino's 500th goal. And then the Penguins and the Red Wings on the Penguins Radio Network presented by S&T Bank.
Penguins Pledge is the Penguins' commitment to a better community and environment. Launched in 2023, Penguins Pledge brings awareness and solutions for a more sustainable society. Together with our Pledge champion partners, PPG, U.S. Steel, Endra Energy, Wesco, Coca-Cola, and EQT, the Penguins are excited to inspire our fans and to create action and awareness on issues of environmental and social sustainability. Learn more at pittsburghpenguins.com/Penguins Pledge.
Now that Baird and Heffron Tillotson are one, we're proud to call Pittsburgh home. And with 8 locations in the region, we're even prouder to be helping so many of our neighbors build secure financial futures. From our big picture global perspective and business expertise, down to the personalized master plan we'll create based on your unique goals and dreams, your financial security is our first priority. Discover the Baird difference. Visit rwbaird.com/Pittsburgh. Robert W. Baird and Company, Incorporated, member SIPC.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Still with it. Here's a one-timer and a score!
Sirius XM 91.
Shop and Save and Sunoco both know that running on empty is never an option on the ice. It's all about performing your best and staying full of energy. On the road, it's no different. Fuel up with the best and redeem Shop and Save pump perks at over 140 participating Sunoco locations. We make it easy to fill your tank so that you can head to the rink and witness more moments like these. Shop, save, enjoy life.
From the electricity in PPG Paints Arena to the highlight reel plays, there's nothing quite like Penguins hockey. Be there live to cheer them on as the official ticketing partner of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Ticketmaster has you covered with the largest selection of seats for any budget. Get off the couch and into the stands. Grab your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/Penguins. The Pittsburgh Penguins Radio Network proudly presents Penguins Hockey. The Penguins Radio Network is presented by S&T Bank and brought to you in part by Number 1 Cochrane, Go One Better, by IC Light, by Shop and Save, proud partner of the Penguins Radio Network, by McDonald's, providing you the official burger of the Pittsburgh Penguins, by Get Go Cafe and Market. Get Go, where the Pens go. By Coca-Cola, founding partner of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Penguins Hockey is also presented in part by Awaken 180, the official weight loss program of the Penguins. By Rivers Casino, Pittsburgh's entertainment destination. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. By Clearview Federal Credit Union, helping people enjoy a better life. And by Endra Energy, an official Penguins Pledge champion partner. And now to the action, called by Joe Brand and the old 2-9er Phil Bourque.
Quite a lot on the Pittsburgh Penguins' plate tonight. The main course, of course, is a date against the Detroit Red Wings as the Pens look to bounce back from a rough outing in their last game. But it's also a night of milestones, as right now, PPG Paints Arena is honoring Evgeny Malkin for his 500th career goal that he scored last month. And as he hangs out with his buddies and his family on the ice at the moment, one of his buddies, Sidney Crosby, still hunting for a milestone of his own. Welcome in, Penguins fans, and welcome to PPG Paints Arena, along with the old 2-9er Phil Bourque. I'm Joe Brand, and Bourque, as cool as a montage video and overall ceremony this has been, sometimes this does add a little juice to the home team when they get revved up with something like this. And of course, Evgeny Malkin is the type of player, is the type of personality that can help pump a little bit more life into the Pittsburgh Penguins here tonight.
Good to be with you, Joe, again. And as the ceremony goes on, it's emotional down there. Evgeny Malkin was, you could tell as they were showing the video of a lot of the goals that he scored on his way to 500, now at 503. And on the ladder he goes, up one of the greatest players ever. He was getting a little teary-eyed. And I guess having his son there, his mom and dad, Vlad and Natalia there, also Tom Warner was there from the Fenway group. And then have, his good buddies show up with Sidney Crosby and Chris Letang to present him with, was that a gold stick?
I think so, yeah.
A gold stick. That's pretty special. And you talk to players about milestones. Come see me at 500 goals. Come see me at 1,000 points. Come see me at 1,000 games. Those are the ones that really mean a lot. Know what else is cool? The Detroit Red Wings were all on the bench. And one guy in particular, number 88, Patrick Kane, was watching very intensely as Patrick Kane is now 27 goals away from that magic 500. I don't know if he'll get it this year. You hope he gets it. He deserves to get it, but it's a special milestone, and good to see it celebrated here.
Yeah, Patrick Kane right now with 2 goals, 473 in his career. We're going to take a break and honor America. It's a hockey night in Pittsburgh, and the Penguins ready to take on the Detroit Red Wings when we come back. You're listening to the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
When you're looking to play, Bet Rivers will make your day. Take a chance, you'll see. You like slots, we've got lots. Blackjack, roulette, take your shot. It's where you want to be.
Bet Rivers Online Casino is your home for chance. With hundreds of slots, live table games, and more. Bet Rivers Online Casino. Check out the app.
Take a chance.
Must be 21 plus and physically present in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Void where prohibited. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Join us at PPG Paints Arena on Saturday, November 16th for Grateful Dead Night when the Penguins battle the San Jose Sharks.
Carlson high slot to Malkin, a drive. Loose puck in front, they score!
It's Grateful Dead Night at PPG Paints Arena, featuring live music from Pittsburgh jam band The Cause on Saturday, November 16th. Secure your tickets today at www.pittsburghpenguins.com/promotions. Penguin season presented by UPMC.
Hi, this is Phil Bourque, and I'm here with Joe Stefka. Joe, it's widely known that NSS Life has been leading the industry in low-cost life insurance and high-yielding annuities and IRAs for a long time.
Thanks, Phil. In fact, our $50,000 youth term plan is only $50 per year. Just call for details.
Providing for your family since 1890. That's NSS Life.
NSS Life, where family matters.
The Pittsburgh Penguins are looking for their second win against the Detroit Red Wings this season as they host the town from Motown for the first time this year. Let's get to the starting lineup for Mike Sullivan's Pittsburgh Penguins with the top line of Sidney Crosby taking the opening faceoff. However, Evgeny Malkin gets moved up to begin this game along with Ricard Raquel. The top defensive pairing is Matt Grzelcyk and Chris Letang with Alex Nedeljkovic in net against his former team in the Detroit Red Wings. For Derek Lalonde's Detroit Red Wings top line of Alex DeBrincat, Dylan Larkin and Lucas Raymond, Simon Edvinsson and Mo Sider, your top defensive pair, Cam Talbot in net for the Wings. The Penguins in their home black sweaters attacking from left to right. The Detroit Red Wings in their road white sweaters attacking from right to left. So it's Crosby against Larkin at center ice. Drop of the puck, and we're underway. And the Penguins take control quickly, bring it over the Wings line. That opening faceoff is brought to you by number 1 Cochran. Go one better. Wings bring it back over into the Penguin zone. From the near wall, Matt Grzelcyk tries to chip it out. Edmondson throws one towards the net. Larkin redirected it, but off the pad of Nedeljkovic. The Wings still have it in the Penguin zone as a shot gets fired. Pad save Nedeljkovic, and a second swat out of there as Larkin tried to pin it in. Now taken by Matt Grzelcyk. He'll push it ahead, but unable to clear it out as Larkin collects at the far side. Stripped of the puck by Sidney Crosby. He'll tip it back to Matt Grzelcyk. And already some high-danger chances there for the Wings.
I see what you did there on the opening faceoff. We went Crosby versus Malkin because number 71, Dylan Larkin. I see what you did there, 87-71. I see how the brain was working there. You are on fire tonight, Joe.
100% intentional, 100%. It's definitely not a mistake. As the Wings now take it over the Penguins line, it's Kopp on the far side, dumps it in, ringing along the boards, trying to get it to Patrick Kane, but Erik Karlsson's there to interrupt the pass. Now it's taken by the Wings and swept right back by the Penguins. Sam Poulin playing in his first game of the season with the Penguins, as he was called up from Wilkes-Barre Scranton just the other night. And now Erik Karlsson tries to get it out of the Penguins zone, sends it along to center ice as Drew O'Connor ladles it over into the Wings corner. On the near side, it's taken by Justin Hall, escaped to Marco Kasper in his rookie year, and onto the stick of Ryan Shea for the Penguins, who's playing in just his 4th game of the season. Penguins dump it into the Wings end. Out of the net is Cam Talbot. Swings it around the boards to the near corner, but pumped back in onto the stick of Erik Gustafsson. Over to the far side for Vladimir Tarasenko. Now cross-ice pass to Bergeron coming over the Penguins line on the near side. Leaves it back for Tarasenko in the circle towards the goal line. Sails around the net and gets denied on the pad save from Nedeljkovic, taken by the Penguins. As Ryan Graves chips it over to the near side. Playing it off the wall is Erik Gustafsson to the Wings. Quickly pushes it ahead to Rasmussen. He breaks away near circle. Goes for a centering pass, but it jumped off the stick of Fisher. And now a shot from the far point from Detroit gets blocked by Noel Acciari. Detroit still has it in the Penguins zone. Matt Grzelcyk stealing off a pass. And Drew O'Connor will crank it out to Valtteri Puustinen. Now to Chris Letang. Fires a shot. Saved by Talbot. Taken by the Wings on the far side. They can't clear it out just yet. And now recollect below the goal line. Sending it to Ben Sherratt. Closed in by a few Penguins. And the Wings will escape it out to center ice as Joe Veleno picks the puck up with some speed. Sends it over to Fisher on the far side over the Penguins line. Penguins will pitch it out to center ice, but it's taken by Bergeron with a cross-ice pass to Sherratt. The Wings will dump it back into the Pens end. Almost 3 minutes in already. Lucas Raymond takes the puck far side, curls around the net. Got a shot deflected. Now Edmondson throws it towards the net. Kicked the skate of one of the Penguins. And luckily swept out of there by the Pens as Ricard Raquel races it down to the Wings end, far side. Got tripped down a little bit, keeps the puck alive. Far point for Marcus Pettersson, throws one towards the net, looking for Crosby, and they couldn't quite connect.
Sit down on that one knee. You've seen him do it so many times, just to the camped out to the left of the goaltender. He just couldn't corral that shot pass from Marcus Pettersson.
Over 3 minutes into this game already. A lot of fast action to start this one as Lucas Raymond takes it over the Penguins line, far side, scooped up by Alex DeBrincat. Oh, we get offside, and the Wings aren't happy.
No. That was one of those offsides where, was it offside? Because Raymond was right there, and I didn't see who his teammate was. I
think DeBrincat.
Was it DeBrincat that was coming across too? And there was a little chip play by Raymond, and he just didn't have his stick on the puck. Man, that was really, really close, and that's where you'll take that whistle if you're the Penguins and say thank you very much, because that was DeBrincat and Raymond coming in on a potential 2-on-1.
It was Marcus Pettersson breaking up the play a bit, and that little hold back of the puck helped out the Pens in that situation. 3.5 minutes in, we've got no score. Shots on goal in favor of the Wings, 3-1. As Ryan Graves accelerates from center ice, flings it around the boards in the Wings end. In the near corner, Sam Poulin chips it forward along the end wall, gets crunched into the boards. And now stolen by the Pens. They ring it up over to the near side. Ryan Shea sliding it over to Drew O'Connor, taking it towards the corner. Centering pass, missed the stick of Poulin. As Ryan Graves will crank it back down around the boards. Poulin trying to feed it. On the near side for Blake Lazan, now taken out by the Wings. Here they come. Ben Sherratt over the Penguins line, far circle. Went for a centering pass. Ryan Graves broke it up, though. Clearing attempt by the Penguins. Gets out to center ice, but right to the stick of Eric Gustafsson. He'll slide it over to Patrick Kane. Now chip free back to Gustafsson again. Bottom of the near circle. Shot towards the net. Loose puck in the crease. It's still sitting there. And Eric Gustafsson slides it wide, but the Wings still have it in the Pen zone. Gustafsson on the far side to Patrick Kane. Sending it over to Gustafsson. And now a shot towards the net. Got redirected, but not in. A tough angle shot coming from Marco Kasper. That's stolen away by Ryan Graves. Pens will chip it off the glass on the near side, get it to the neutral zone, but Detroit recollects once again. Sending it ahead to Berggren as the Wings dump it over the Pens line. Ryan Graves shifting it out to Michael Bunting at the near point. His cross-ice pass got broken up by Marco Kasper, but still onto the stick of Chris Letang. As Letang and Graves just play keep away with the puck with Tarasenko providing some pressure. 5 minutes into this game, no score. Detroit out shooting the Pens 5-1.
And that one shot by the Penguins, just a long wrist shot by Chris Letang from about 45 feet that was waffled away by Talbot.
The Wings have it back in the Penguin zone. Clearing attempt goes unsuccessful. Edvinsson with a spin around pass and a centering try. Couldn't connect, but Veleno's got it at the far point for the Wings. Swung around the boards for Fisher below the goal line. He sends it out to the near point. No one was there. It's chased down by Veleno. And the Wings will re-wrap. Mo Seider with a cross-ice pass to Rasmussen in between the penalty boxes. Now dumped into the Penguins' end of the far corner. Fisher the first one to get there. Sends it along the end boards for Rasmussen. Carlson trying to take the puck free. He gets it out to Jesse Puljujärvi on the far side. Now scooped up by Valtteri Puustinen. He'll take it over the Wings line. Sends it over for the near point for Carlson coming on in. Bottom of the near circle. Carlson with it in the corner now. Takes it along the near board. Centering pass. Caught the upstairs of Anthony Beauvillier. Beauvillier sends it back to Carlson. Now he's stripped of the puck by Lucas Raymond. Raymond off to the races over the Penguins line. Makes a U-turn at the near point. Centering pass missed everyone. Goes over to the far corner. And now the Wings overskate it as it's taken by the Pens. They could have numbers here. Sidney Crosby, far circle. Centering pass. And it goes off the skate of Raquel. Up along the near boards as Detroit works it out to the neutral zone. Here's Lucas Raymond chipping it to the near side for Dylan Larkin. Pitches it back to DeBrincat. Centering pass went off the skate of Ryan Graves, and the Pens try to take it back out. Jumps off the skate of Anthony Beauvillier, and the Wings have it yet again. 6.5 minutes into this game. Still no score as the Wings chip it on into the Pens' end once again. Jumped over the skate of Patrick Kane, and then taken by the Wings. As it's JT Compher over the Penguins line near side. Rings it along the boards, over to the far boards. Andrew Kopp getting it out to Patrick Kane. Now over to the far point. Quick shot, blocker save Nedeljkovic, and he sticks it forward over to Drew O'Connor. Now O'Connor galloping in the neutral zone, trying to backhand it over the Wings line, but the pass, rather the dumping attempt, got stolen by Patrick Kane. Well, Kane's got it in the neutral zone over the Penguins logo. His pass interrupted. Drew O'Connor feeding it to Sam Poulin. Dumping it over to the far corner. Kenny Malkin races after it. Tries the puck free, but gets it right to Andrew Kopp of the Wings. Now send on over to Kane in the neutral zone. He slides it over to Compher. Back over to Kane. Jumped off a stick of Matt Grzelcyk, getting in the way of that pass. Now another centering pass. Berggren trying to fire a shot. His shot gets broken up from Malkin. Here come the Penguins over the Wings line into the near corner. Michael Bunting chips it down. And then try to swing it out was Cam Talbot. Brian Rust sent a pass up towards the high slot, taken away by Vladimir Tarasenko. Wings take it over the Pens line. Berggren centering pass as Tarasenko whipped on a one-timer. Now Malkin gets it out to Bunting, but his pass gets lost to Simon Edvinsson. And now stolen by Brian Rust, who will chip it down to the corner, taken back by the Wings in their own zone.
Just over 8 minutes here in the first period. The Penguins still stuck on that one shot.
Marco Kasper accelerates over the Penguins line, leaves it for Tarasenko. Fired a shot, never got through. Now a second attempt does, and then the third attempt by Tarasenko. Stepped out of there by Alex Nedeljkovic. Oh, yeah. So now the Penguins take it to the neutral zone. Lead pass to Valtteri Puustinen, jumped off his stick to the near corner. Rung along the boards to the far side for Puljujärvi. He sends it back over to Puustinen. He was down on the ice after taking a hit from Justin Hall, though. Fight for it in the near corner. Puljujärvi's got it. Sends it to Achari. Fired a shot, but Kasper got in the way of it. Clearing attempt by the Wings. Unsuccessful until now. As Fisher takes it to the neutral zone over the Penguins line. Fires a shot. Blocker save Nedeljkovic. Loose puck in the crease. And now it's taken by Puljujärvi. He lifts it up into the air. It goes tumbling over to the Wings' end. Boy, that's a perfect backspin on it. As the puck just sat there below the goal line, Wings quickly dumped it back over to the Penguins' end, but Crosby there to interrupt it, gets it to Raquel in the neutral zone. He's stripped of the puck. Wings have it in their own zone. Almost halfway through this first period, and not a whistle blown except for one. No clearing attempt unsuccessful. Raquel's got it near circle, fires it towards the net. Pad save Talbot, cleared out of there by Detroit. Goes all the way down to the Pens end for icing. 10:32 left in this first period, and the shots on goal still in favor of Detroit, 7-1.
Injured? Call the expert personal injury attorneys at Shenderovich and Fishman. They handle all types of injury cases, and their fees only 25%, not 40% like some of these other law firms. They're smart, aggressive, experienced, and they have a 99.7% success rate. That means they win. Car accidents, motorcycle wrecks, tractor-trailer crashes, dog bites, any accident, 25%. And there's never a fee unless they win. Shenderovich and Fishman, 1-888-98-TWINS. They've got your back, not your wallet.
Whole bunch of action to begin this one. But again, Detroit was with most of the chances. The Wings out shooting the Pens 7-1. Matt Grisslick sends it forward over the Wings line. Run along the boards over to the far corner. Eric Gustafsson sends it along the boards. And now stopped at that far corner is Sam Poulin. Fighting after it with Justin Hall, and now it's taken by Detroit. Eric Gustafsson in the neutral zone over to Lucas Raymond. Far side over the Penguins line. Puck went over the bench, and Poulin kind of dug it out with his hand. As that will get us to our first break. No score from Pittsburgh. Wings out shooting the Pens 7-1. 9:50 left in this first. You're listening to the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
What are two things the Pittsburgh Penguins have in common with Cleveland Brothers Equipment Company? Hard work and dedication. If you're looking for heavy equipment, need a specific part, or want expert service, talk to the industry leaders at Cleveland Brothers, your local CAT dealer. We provide solutions and products for construction, landscaping, oil and gas, electric and industrial power, highway, and more. Let us help you score the winning goal. Visit www.clevelandbrothers.com to learn more.
Pittsburgh-based EQT Corporation is the top natural gas producer in the United States and is a proud sponsor of the Pittsburgh Penguins' pathway to net zero. EQT is an industry leader in cutting emissions and using our region's clean resources to replace dirtier sources of energy overseas. EQT and the Penguins are focused on achieving key climate goals and reducing emissions across Pittsburgh and beyond. Visit EQT.com to learn more about how EQT is moving towards the future and setting the standard for production of affordable, reliable, and clean energy.
Dear team, thanks for showing up for me with the best face paint and taunting the other team in the kindest way. For standing on your seat when I need the support and screaming until your throat hurts because you know it makes a difference. For wearing my number. For being the best teammates a player could ask for. At Highmark, we're proud to be cheering alongside the best teammates. Fans like you. Because life. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Official health plan of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Just under 10 minutes left in this first period. Pens and Wings scoreless here in Pittsburgh, along with the old 2-9er, Phil Bourque. I'm Joe Brand. And Bourque, we didn't have any time to get to it in the pregame show, but this roster looking a little different for the Pens right now. Lars Eller traded to Washington, and no matter what it means, at the very least, it's an opportunity for some guys to get some more significant playing time.
I'll say this. Lars Eller is a pro's pro. He was good with the media. He played hard. You wish him the best, except when the Penguins play the Caps. And I hope we kick the snot out of Lars Eller and the rest of his teammates.
Sure.
That's what happens when you lose games like you have, and you kind of go wishy-washy. As the Penguins have had some good, had some bad. Sometimes change happens, and sometimes change can be good. So you wish Lars all the best as a Cap.
The Penguins receiving 2 draft picks, a 3rd round in 2027, a 5th round in 2025. And Eller returning with the Washington Capitals, a team he won the Cup with back in 2018. The Penguins in the neutral zone try to clear it out, but it's taken by Detroit. Mo Seider sends it ahead to Lucas Raymond, who dumps it into the Penguins' end. Again, Detroit out shooting the Penguins 7-1 early in this game. The Wings, a bit of a struggle bus on their own. They've been outscored 7-1 in their last 2 games. As Brian Rust takes it over the far side, leaves it for Malkin. Centering pass got steered out of there by Andrew Cobb. It's off to the races, where Alex Nedeljkovic from the near circle will play it.
Yeah, the Wings have been on that lose 2, win 2, lose 3, win 3. Consistency has been a problem for this team.
They're coming off a 4-0 shutout loss to the New York Rangers, a game that they had a season-high 37 shots on net. Couldn't find the back of the net in any of them. The centering pass from Malkin goes out over to the Penguins' end. Marcus Pettersson goes down to chase it and quickly dumps it over at the wings' end. Far side clearing attempt from Justin Hall, slowed down by the Penguins, but now it's taken by Marco Kasper, far side, centering pass to Tarasenko. He gets stripped of the puck. Puck is loose over to the near point, kept alive by Hall over to the near corner for Tarasenko. He plays it off the end wall for Berggren. Penguins try to get a hold of it along the near boards as Puljujarvi will take it to center ice and feed Valtteri Puustinen. Lifts it up into the air, dumps it into the near corner of the Red Wings zone. Erik Gustafsson stripped of the puck by Puljujarvi. Puljujarvi pitches it back, and Nola Chari will handle it down as it was a high stick from Puljujarvi. Very nifty play, just not legal.
No, it was very nifty. And then you had, I believe that was Puustinen? Or was that Chari in front of the net that grabbed it with his hand and closed the hand on the puck there? That was pretty close to a no-no.
All he needed to do was shove the goalie out of the way and score it. Less than 8 minutes left in the first. We've got no score. Penguins Radio Network presented by S&T Bank.
To win your fantasy football league, you need to be one step ahead of the competition. And at SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio, we're giving you the edge you need to take home the trophy.
You're looking for a bye-week quarterback? Geno could fit the bill.
Touchdown! Geno Smith fires a shot! Our experts are doling out start-sit advice, waiver pickups, and so much more to help you win a championship.
Just because you're allowed to make a waiver move doesn't mean you have to make a waiver move.
Listen right now on Channel 87 and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
24/7 Hockey Talk.
Kevin Cheveldayoff, Winnipeg Jets. What the heck's with this Kyle Connor? I'm curious what you saw and how it's evolved.
His offensive instincts, really just top end. It's just been one of those guys that, play me with this guy, okay. Play me with that guy, okay. In these last couple of years, he's learned to have the layer of the defensive structure as well. That's just made him a much more complete player.
SiriusXM, NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91. And on your schedule with the SiriusXM app.
Under review. And nobody in Winnipeg wants to say it, but I'll say it. Connor Hellebuck did not play the level he's capable of in the playoffs. That's a big part of the equation. Connor can play better. He's one of the best goalies in the league. The Jets have been told by everybody but me, I want that noted, I got this one right, that everyone said they're going to take a step back.
Under review with Nick Kern.
11 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio.
SiriusXM 91 and the SiriusXM app.
Still no score from Pittsburgh. Shots on goal still in favor of Detroit, 7-1. We get a face-off at the near right dot in front of the Wings penalty box. It's going to be Blake Lizotte against Joe Veleno. The Wings control after the draw. From their own zone, they take it up the center ice. Mo Sider rings it along the boards and the Penguins end. Up to the near boards that Ryan Shea tries to stop in the corner. Centering pass from Poulin finds the stick of Blake Lizotte. He chips it over the line of the wing zone over to the near corner. Fight for it along the near boards. Pulled free by Detroit for a moment. Now taken by Drew O'Connor. Blake Lizotte with it. Centering pass got slowed down to Ryan Graves. He sends it back over to Lizotte. He rings it along the boards. Drew O'Connor there in the corner with it. Pinned along the wall from Justin Hall, and now pitched free, but it goes all the way down to the Penguins' end, and Nedeljkovic will come well out of his net to stop it. Wings get a change as Nedeljkovic leaves it for Ryan Shea. Playing in his fourth game of the season, his first since November 7th against the Carolina Hurricanes. The stretch pass goes off the stick, and a quick shot coming from Crosby. Shoulder save of Cam Talbot. Rung along the boards to Ricard Raquel in the near corner. Raquel trying to kick it free. Beauvillier's got it up to the near point for Letang. Walks the blue line. High slot. Backhand centering pass. Looking for Crosby. Got broken up. Wings have it again. Raymond takes it over the Penguins line. Makes a U-turn at the near point. Dumps it back in along the near boards for Larkin. He throws it off the end wall. Up the top of the glass. Pitched forward over to the far point for Raymond. Dumped over for Alex DeBrincat. Cross ice pass to Edvinsson. Above the circle. Throws one towards the net. Pad save Nedeljkovic. Now it's loose in behind Nedeljkovic's net. Edvinsson to the near point with it. Over to Raymond. He throws one towards the net. Glove save for Ned. Reading it the entire way. Still no score. 6:13 left in this first.
and Ned's been busy, and Ned's been good. And Ned's one of those goaltenders. I think if he saw 40 or more shots, I don't have his numbers in front of me, but a lot of the goaltenders, when they see 40 or more shots, they have a winning record. And sometimes it's a very good record. I think Ned's one of those guys. The busier he is, I think the better he gets. Here we are, 9 shots already for the Wings, 6:13 left in the first period.
He's also been very good against the Detroit Red Wings, one of his former teams. 4-0-0 record at .276 goals against average and a save percentage of .908.
It was not Ned in goal in the Penguins' victory up in Detroit, their home opener on the 10th of October. That was Joel Blomqvist. Boy, was he good in that game.
Penguins' first win of the year as the Pens win the draw. They ring it along the boards. Valtteri Puustinen picks it up with speed. He feeds Achari flying over the line. Tries to go for a tough angle shot. Couldn't get a clean handle of the puck, though. Well, he works it free in behind the net. Fighting for it in the corner, but it's escaped as the Wings take it out to center ice. Taken by Marcus Pettersson. He rings it along the boards. Cam Talbot in behind his net. Plays it off the near wall. Taken by JT Compher on the neutral zone. He'll feed it over to the far side as Bergeron chips it back for Patrick Kane. 473 career goals for number 88. Carlson plays it off the end wall for Pettersson. He takes it to the neutral zone, dumps it into the Wings, and went off a Wings skate as Talbot will play with his stick over to the far side for Bergeron, who sends it off the end wall for Ben Sherratt on the near side. Cross-ice pass goes right to the stick of Brian Rust. He tried to play it off the far wall for Michael Bunting. Penguins again try to chip it on down, and here comes Brian Rust with some speed, beating Malkin, but pass got broken up. Rust with it again in the near corner, behind the net, getting it to Bunting off the cage. His centering pass to Malkin, trying to go for a backhand shot. It's stopped by Talbot, and then he's able to glove it down. Meanwhile, Michael Bunting just grabs Marco Kasper from his upper body and pulls him away from the scrum. There's that gritty play from Michael Bunting.
Trying to get his nose dirty. That's Michael Bunting trying to get involved, trying to get under the skin of the opponent. That's when he's playing his best.
Exactly at the 5-minute mark of this first period. No score from Pittsburgh. You're listening to the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
At Shop and Save, we know these athletes need teammates they can rely on. Teammates that support them and know how to lead everyone to a win. In the grocery aisles, every shopper needs that too. When it comes to scoring the best deals every day, Shop and Save is your teammate. Coming in clutch with digital coupons, weekly specials, and pump perks to redeem at 140 participating Sunoco locations. Shop, save, and enjoy life with plenty of ways to save.
As the largest and most experienced program in the region, UPMC Sports Medicine knows that injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend athlete, a rising star, or even a seasoned pro. That's why we offer a complete range of services and experts to help treat and prevent sports-related injuries to get you back in the game. To make an appointment, visit upmcsportsmedicine.com. The UPMC is the official healthcare provider of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Hey, Pens fans, Colby Armstrong here. As the official security partner of the Pittsburgh Penguins, the local team here at Vector Security is committed to protecting homes and businesses throughout southwestern PA. They are headquartered here. Their families eat, shop, and go to school and church in our communities. So they have a vested interest in keeping the homes and businesses of our neighbors safe and secure. Visit vectorsecurity.com/pens for a free security assessment that will address your unique needs. That's vectorsecurity.com/pens.
Detroit has been out shooting the Penguins 9-4 in this first period, but some late push coming from the Pens. Now we get a face-off in the wing zone to the left of Cam Talbot. No score. 5 minutes left in this first. Crosby against Kasper, and the Wings win the draw. They fling it along the boards, but kept alive at the far point by Grizzly. He sends it to Malkin. Falls far circle. Fired a shot. Got deflected by Sider. Skims off the netting. 4:52 left in the first. No score.
Joe, 4 shots for the Penguins. 2 off the stick of Evgeny Malkin. 1 off the stick of Sidney Crosby. And 1 long-range shot from Chris Letang. That's it. 3 players. Your 4 shots. Considering what happened 2 nights ago, we lost 7-1 on home ice. I'll be honest with you. Here we are, a little over 15 minutes into the first period. You thought there'd be more. Is that fair?
Fair.
Were you expecting more?
It was.
Yeah, I think everybody is expecting more, that, it should be one of those, eating lightning, crapping thunder type of first periods, and it's just kind of business as usual.
Right now the Penguins kind of weathering the storm as Detroit dumps it back over into the Penguins' end. Matt Grizzlitt scoops it up along the far board, stripped of the puck for a moment, then taken by Chris Letang. Card Raquel back over to Letang, who chips it down over into the wings' end. Cam Talbot flinging it off the far boards. Crosby's got it, fires a shot, sailed high after it got deflected.
Rolling puck, too.
Crosby feeding it to Malkin. Malkin curling around, firing a shot. Another save by Talbot. Up to the near point for Letang. His shot gets blocked. Crosby throwing it towards the net. Malkin picks up the loose puck, fires, stopped by Talbot. Second attempt stopped by Talbot as well as he slams his glove on top of it in the crease, keeping this game scoreless. 4:05 left in the first.
Oh, Cam Talbot, that's his best right there. Robbing Malkin not once but twice in that shift. Sid and Gino reunited. It feels so good. Raquel out there too. And man, Gino just absolutely possessed there on that shift. And, we've seen this before from Gino. When Papa Bear and Mama Bear are in the house, that's when you see the best from 71. And he's so far in this first period, he's been the best player for the Penguins.
Parents, Vlad and Natalia, here for the pregame ceremony. His son Nikita here as well. We get a face-off to the right of Cam Talbot. The Wings control after the draw. Justin Hall chips it out to center ice where it's settled down by Pettersson. Gives it to Carlson, who will dump it back over into the Wings end. In the near corner, Eric Gustafsson chases it down. Blake Lizotte steals a pass, but the Wings trying to gain back control as Blake Lizotte forced down there in the corner. Now he's got the puck again. Rings it around the boards to the near point for Eric Carlson. Throws one towards the net, looking for a redirection from Russ. Drew O'Connor, a tough angle shot, and that caught Blake Lizotte.
Oh, boy.
He's down atop the crease. Not a great look.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Blake Lizotte just took one right into the face. That was just a whirling rocket pass by Drew O'Connor. The puck was up on edge. And Blake Lizotte had come out from behind the net. And so he was blocked by the goaltender, Talbot. He never saw this pass coming, and it hit him right in the face. And you tell you what, if Blake Lizotte didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck at all. As we told the story, the preseason game, the Kraft Hockeyville game up in Sudbury, he doesn't even get on the ice for a first shift. He got tapped on the shoulder by his head coach, Mike Sullivan, and turned to talk to Sully just as Chris Letang had cleared a puck from his own zone. Caught him right in the jaw. Didn't break his jaw, but he ended up being concussed. And this one here, man, that's just nasty. It's one thing to get hit in the face, and it's another thing when you don't see it coming. So there's no bracing yourself at all. Maybe at the very, very last second, he kind of scrunched his shoulders up, but that caught him right under the nose. Ay, ay, ay.
Now being assisted by the trainer as there was some blood. Second time Blake Lizotte has caught a puck to the face. First time in the preseason, as Borky just mentioned, and this is just his 7th game after coming back from that concussion.
Yeah, good on Cam Talbot. He knew right away, too. He put his glove up to the referee. Hey, and they blew it down quickly for Blake.
3:10 left in this first. Jesse Puljujärvi fires a shot. Stick save. Talbot. Puck just sitting there until Talbot swipes it out over to the near corner. Penguins still have it in the wing zone. Pettersson far point throws one towards the net, right to the stick of Petrie, though. He'll clear it out to Rasmussen, who takes it to the neutral zone and dumps it into the Penguins' end. Run along the boards as Alex Nedeljkovic stops it. Plays it off the near boards, but that was stopped by Rasmussen. Keeps it alive in behind the net. Backhanded centering pass to Veleno. His shot got deflected. Rasmussen keeps it alive to Gustafsson at the far point. Chips it back down around the boards as Pettersson stops it at the end wall. Sends it over to the far point for Nola Chari, who will chip it up into the air. Goes tumbling to the neutral zone. Michael Bunting's got it. Far circle. Tries to break free from Eric Gustafsson. Both the two go sliding into the corner. Now the Wings take it back to the neutral zone. As Bergeron takes it over the Penguins line. Chips it along the near boards. Squeaks free to Evgeny Malkin below the goal line. Malkin chips it ahead to Ryan Graves, who gives it back to Malkin. Malkin overskates it for a moment. Penguins are still trying to get it out of their zone. Cross-ice pass to Ryan Shea. He'll play it off the near wall. Quick touch pass back over to the Penguins zone, but Ryan Graves is there. Malkin chips it forward to Brian Russ. Far circle, backhanded shot pad, save Talbot. Chipped out in the far boards by Detroit, but not cleared out as Bunting tries to dump it back in. Caught a weird bounce, and now the Wings have it in the neutral zone. Tarasenko to Kasper to Berggren. Near circle shot and a save by Alex Nedeljkovic. Keeps this game scoreless with 1:43 left in the first.
Well, a couple of big saves down to our right by Cam Talbot, and that's Ned's best one right there. He's made a few that were really good, but that's his best right there. I'm not going to say that was a broken play or a set play. It was an odd man rush by the Wings, and the intended pass for Kasper went behind him and went right to Berggren, who walked right down Fifth Avenue and tried to go under the glove over the pad. You might want to call that a 6-hole, maybe closer to the armpit, and how Ned was able to just squeeze it off and pin it to his left hip. Really, that's a big save by Alex Nedeljkovic to keep it 0-0.
10th of the period as the Wings have it. Sider with a drive as he hits the pad of Nedeljkovic. 11th save for Ned. Sider's got it in the far corner in the Penguin zone. Quick top angle shot. Bounced free. Raymond gets it to Edvinsson, who throws it towards the net. That hits some traffic over to the far side. Crosby can't clear it out. Larkin to Raymond, a one-timer. Shoulder save, Nedeljkovic. Second attempt denied, and the third attempt by Edvinsson went wide.
Oh, how about that first save there by Ned with the shoulder?
Raymond again fires his shot. That got deflected, skimmed the netting. 1:09 left in this first as Alex Nedeljkovic is just taking on a firing squad right now.
And Dylan Larkin, his former teammate, just gave him a little tap, knowing he made a couple of unbelievable saves there to keep this a 0-0 game, to allow his team to maybe get some footing here. And as we tick it down in the first period, shots now 12-8 Wings. After a push by the Penguins, where I think they had 4 straight shots.
Yep.
The last 3 shots have gone to the Wings.
Now it's Drew O'Connor taking the draw on the far left circle. He wins it against Comfort. Penguins control. They try to clear it on out to Sam Poulin. He takes a hard hit from behind from Ben Sherratt. Wings have it back with a minute left in this first. No score. Puck bounces over the Penguins line, but the Penguins gain control. There's a pass to Nola Chari. Erik Karlsson jumps off his stick. Sent free in the neutral zone in between the penalty boxes. Detroit now takes it back over the Penguins line. Karlsson chases it down in the corner. Plays it off the end wall to Pettersson, who rings it along the boards for Chari. Now to Karlsson. Stretch pass to Drew O'Connor over the Wings line. Chips it along the end boards. Cam Talbot out to play it. Dangerous play there for a moment as O'Connor's got it at the corner of the trapezoid. Centering pass looking for Poulin on his wrong side, though. Now over to the far side for Malkin. Back skates up to the far point. Chris Letang on the cross-ice pass right to the stick of Kane. Matt Grzelcyk in the slot with it. Bar circle, fires, it goes high. 10 seconds left in the first period. No score, and a missed pass by Poulin goes all the way down to the Penguins' end. We're down to 4 seconds left. Quick stretch pass to Chris Letang. He chips it off the pads of Cam Talbot. That will end the first with no score. Shots on goal in favor of the Wings, 12-9. There was some push from the Penguins. Very back and forth opening 20 minutes, it felt like, Borky.
I think when you consider the mood after the first period the other night, when you're down 6 Cobb, I think the first thing on your checklist would be, hey, let's have a 0 on the board when we come back in this room. So they did that. Not a great period for the Penguins. I thought most of the play was dictated by the Wings. There was a nice push, especially by Evgeny Malkin. There was a push by the Penguins, but towards the end of that period, more pushback by the Wings, and Alex Nedeljkovic made a couple of unbelievable saves to keep it that 0 on the board.
Nedeljkovic with 12 saves against his former team. Cam Talbot keeping the Penguins scoreless as well. Brian Metzer just popped in. He'll have the first intermission report for us as the Pens and the Wings are scoreless after the first 20. You're listening to the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
The Pittsburgh Penguins are brought to you by our founding partners, FedEx, official delivery company of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
With FedEx One Rate, you can ship to your student for a simple, predictable flat rate. Send a box full of home-baked treats that say, "Your father and I miss you." Or send a box full of instant noodles that says, "Your father and I would like you to stop asking us for money." Either way, one rate fits all. FedEx One Rate. 2-day shipping, one flat rate. Starting at $14.50. Visit FedEx.com/OneRate for details. Exclusions apply.
They say that the best beer you'll ever taste is the one you had the best time while drinking.
The secret to the unmatched satisfaction of Icy Light, victory is sweetest hard-earned. And here, we taste it a lot. Icy Light. A surprisingly easy call.
Tender Care Learning Centers, the early education professionals, has been providing quality child care and preschool education for over 40 years. To find one of our 19 convenient locations near you, visit tendercarelc.org. Tender Care Learning Centers is the child care provider of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Penguins Pledge is the Penguins' commitment to a better community and environment. Launched in 2023, Penguins Pledge brings awareness and solutions for a more sustainable society. Together with our Pledge champion partners, Davey Tree, Excelitas, Duquesne Light Company, WM and Bradenton Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Penguins are excited to inspire our fans and to create action and awareness on issues of environmental and social sustainability. Learn more at pittsburghpenguins.com/Penguins Pledge.
Stay in the heart of the action at the Landing Hotel at Rivers Casino. Enjoy free valet parking and a complimentary breakfast with panoramic views of downtown Pittsburgh. Stay just steps away from the casino with easy access to all the hottest games, a variety of delicious dining options, and exciting entertainment you can't find anywhere else. Pittsburgh is your new destination for weekend getaways, weddings, corporate events, and more. Book your stay today at thelandinghotelpgh.com.
Now it's time for the first period recap, brought to you by Giant Eagle. Now back to the Penguins Radio Network.
And welcome into our first intermission report, where the Penguins and Red Wings are scoreless after one period of play in Pittsburgh. Brian Metzer here with you, and it was a celebration of Evgeny Malkin's 500th goal. We're going to do a great interview in a minute here with Dave Williams from U.S. Steel talking about that. But in this period of play, Penguins didn't get their second shot on goal until the 13-minute mark. 7 over the final 7 minutes. Whenever we come back, it is that chat with Dave from U.S. Steel about the item they made for Evgeny Malkin. Stay tuned for it next on the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
This is the S&T Bank First Period Instant Radio Replay.
Brought to you by S&T Bank, proud presenting sponsor of the Penguins Radio Network.
Chipped out of the far boards by Detroit, but not cleared out as Bunting tries to dump it back in. Caught a weird bounce, and now the Wings have it in the neutral zone. Tarasenko to Kasper to Berggren. Near circle shot and a save by Alex Nedeljkovic. Keeps this game scoreless with 1:43 left in the first.
Gluten-free, check. Keto-friendly, check. Low-carb, check. High protein, check. Nitrate-free, check. Flavorful and satisfying, check. When you want a meat snack that checks all the boxes, try the original Mr. Donair Beef Jerky and Sticks. With 12 grams of protein and just 80 calories, it's beef jerky like no other. Mr. Donair, the official jerky of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now available on Amazon.
Pittsburgh knows the strength of a good team. At Tri-State Office Furniture, everyone brings something unique to the table, and we use those abilities to strengthen our team. We go above and beyond to find what's right for you, because once you're in the Tri-State family, you're a part of our team.
Black and gold are the colors that not only honor our city, but our sports. Together, we're proud sponsors of the early mornings, dedication, breakaway goals, excitement, losing your voice, and passion. We are black and gold. We are Ford, the official car, truck, and SUV of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
Running
Running your business is tough. Protecting your assets should not be. When it comes to insurance, employee benefits, or surety bonding, rely on the industry experts at PITTSBURGH to help you minimize risk, maximize potential, and improve your bottom line. PITTSBURGH, an official partner of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Hey, Pittsburgh fans, this is Phil Bork. In hockey, big goals cause big momentum shift. As we all know, our Penguins have scored a lot of big goals over the years. As a founding partner of the Penguins, PPG also likes big goals and is pursuing them off the ice to better the Pittsburgh community and the world. Through their Colorful Communities program, they team up with community partners to protect and beautify neighborhoods globally. Since 2015, they've completed over 500 projects, including one I had the chance to be a part of right here in Pittsburgh. We like big goals because when we score them, we all win.
The Pittsburgh Penguins and Mitsubishi Electric have teamed up to transform the game day experience with the new state-of-the-art Diamond Vision video display system. See this display in action and find out why they are known as the makers of amazing by visiting MitsubishiElectric.com today.
This is the First Intermission Report, brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs are the official vehicles of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, back to the Penguins Radio Network.
Welcome back into our First Intermission Report. Earlier this evening, the Penguins celebrated Evgeny Malkin in a milestone he picked up on October 16th against the Buffalo Sabres, his 500th goal. In doing so, they presented Gino with an awesome larger-than-life steel structure featuring his number 71 and the number 500 in honor of his goal, standing atop two steel beams. The structure was designed and fabricated by our multi-year partners at U.S. Steel, who have been awesome in working with us on the Reading Champions program in the Mon Valley and the yearly Try Hockey for Free program at the Hunt Armory. Joining me now to discuss all that went into the concept, design, and fabrication of Gino's amazing memento is Dave Williams. He is the technical manager of product testing and characterization at U.S. Steel. Dave, thanks for being here. How are you today?
Oh, great. Brian, it's a pleasure to be here and an honor as well. So thank you.
Oh, it's great to get you on. And, I think it's appropriate, U.S. Steel being involved because Gino came to our Steel City from Magnitogorsk, a steel city in Russia. So you guys are asked to create this memento honoring his 500th goal. How cool was it to be involved and just be asked to do this?
Yeah, I mean, these are the kind of projects that allow our creative juices to flow. We do a lot of different testing and fabrication of materials, so these kinds of projects are awesome to work on. We love it. The team that I had that did the project, that worked on this project, so that includes Matt Grimm, Mario Nardozzi, and Zach Petrick. They just really enjoy this type of project. Very cool stuff.
Yeah, it looked like it in the videos that Amy shared with me that they were having a blast putting it all together. And just you can see that the care they take in doing the work. What all went into the creation of this memento for Gino? Did you guys design it, or did the Penguins come to you with an idea in mind that you kind of brought to life?
Yeah, so this was really a partnership, which is amazing because the Penguins and U.S. Steel do have a great partnership going. So it started with a team that kind of talked about some ideas. There were a couple of things that they really wanted to focus on, that being that the structure of the numbers needed to be tied to the structure of Pittsburgh. It has to be photographically ideal for photography, so fans could take pictures in front of it, as well as the ceremony had to have that pop too. So and then it also wanted to recognize U.S. Steel, so we had to use steel as well. Of course. And there were some min and max, a minimum of 4 feet, max of 12 feet. And then it had to be easily movable on and off the ice. So we got together and talked about it. The Penguins offered up a couple of ideas, and then my team went into that sort of design of experiment phase where they came up with the final idea, and then they drew it up in some drawing software, sent it to the Penguins, and they approved it to get the green light.
That's tremendous. We are speaking with Dave Williams from U.S. Steel, who created the awesome memento that Evgeny Malkin received tonight. A couple quickies here. How long did it take to put it all together, and what's the weight of this thing with all of the steel beams and the steel that went into it?
Yeah, so that's the interesting point. There was some urgency to this, so we had to really expedite everything. We got it done in less than a week, and the weight is approximately 80 pounds per number.
Okay.
And then the other, so the display cart that it's on, and also the wood steel beams or I-beams that the numbers sit on, that's about 50 pounds. So you figure roughly 80 pounds per number. Everything is I'm going to say it's just about under 400 pounds.
Wow, he definitely will need a flatbed. We joked before we went live here that he might need that to get it home. You know what? Sidney Crosby closing in on a milestone 600 goals. Maybe you'll have to craft a number 600 with an 87 for him. But I don't want to speak out of school. I don't know if that's in the works, but that's something that could be in the offing.
I agree.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Dave, thank you so much for your time here. Thanks for the insight on the process. It's really cool to see it come to life, and we really appreciate all you did to make it a reality.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be here, Brian, and it's an honor to be involved with Gino's milestone of 500 goals. It's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a great thing for these guys to achieve these milestones on a near nightly basis. So again, thanks for your time, Dave. That is Dave Williams. He's the technical manager of product testing and characterization over at US Steel. Whenever I come back, I'll get you caught up on news, notes, and scores, and it's all coming your way next on the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
Pittsburgh-based EQT Corporation is the top natural gas producer in the United States and is a proud sponsor of the Pittsburgh Penguins' pathway to net zero. EQT is an industry leader in cutting emissions and using our region's clean resources to replace dirtier sources of energy overseas. EQT and the Penguins are focused on achieving key climate goals and reducing emissions across Pittsburgh and beyond. Visit EQT.com to learn more about how EQT is moving towards the future and setting the standard for production of affordable, reliable, and clean energy.
From the electricity in PPG Paints Arena to the highlight reel plays, there's nothing quite like Penguins hockey. Be there live to cheer them on as the official ticketing partner of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Ticketmaster has you covered with the largest selection of seats for any budget. Get off the couch and into the stands. Grab your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/Penguins.
The Pittsburgh Post-Gazette delivers the news that matters to you. We deliver coast to coast with award-winning coverage of world events. We deliver in the zone with the latest local news in your community. We deliver whether you're home or away with on-the-fly digital access. And of course, we deliver on the ice with hard-hitting hockey coverage and in-depth news from around the league. For Pittsburgh and the greatest hockey fans around, nobody delivers like the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette.
At Get-Go, quality is at the core of every menu item. Our 3 expert chefs fine-tune every detail, from how classic and unexpected flavors complement each other to the order each fresh ingredient is added, so that every sub, burger, salad, wrap, drink, and app is crafted for craveability. And we're always searching for bold new recipes and ways to improve your favorites. Order amazing at Get-Go Cafe and Market today. Better, believe it. It's time for the scoreboard.
Pens and Wings scoreless after 1 in Pittsburgh. When we come back, second period action with Joe Brand and Phil Bork on the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
The biggest plays.
What a save!
Hits.
Oh, hard hit.
Goals.
McDavid scores!
Tune to NHL Network Radio for the most in-depth hockey talk on the planet.
He is the GM of the Minnesota Wild.
Insiders.
The revenues and the big business.
And the best analysis on the air.
The
NHL on Sirius XM. Hear every team and your hometown call. NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91. And on demand with the Sirius XM app. 24/7 hockey talk.
Kevin Cheveldayoff, Winnipeg Jets. What the heck's with this Kyle Connor? I'm curious what you saw and how it's evolved.
His offensive instinct, really just top end. It's just been one of those guys that, play me with this guy, okay. Play me with that guy, okay. In these last couple of years, he's learned to have the layer of the defensive structure as well. That's just made him a much more complete player.
Sirius XM, NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91. And on your schedule with the Sirius XM app. The best player analysts and insiders live on NHL Network Radio. Mike Robb.
With the Leafs, the fact that they're trying to change some things has made me not make it so life and death every day for this team. In the past, it was like, this is who we are, and then you see the matchups and it's not working out, and you're like, why are things not changing? Well, things are changing right now, and it's going to take some time to get all the way there.
Get the latest opinion and analysis you need on the home of hockey, NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app.
Join me, Gord Stellick, and Scott Laughlin as we recap the night that was on NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
The biggest names in the game.
Trying to get behind Ristolainen, walks in, put it between his legs, shoots it, score!
NHL play-by-play on Sirius XM. The best hockey lives here.
Burns gets it back, stick handles to the backhand, moves in front, score!
NHL play-by-play on Sirius XM.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
The latest news of the night.
Svechnikov and now Hamilton. Back for Andre. He's in for a shot. He scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
The Pittsburgh Penguins are brought to you by our founding partners, Dick's Sporting Goods, official sporting goods retailer of the Penguins.
This is Drew O'Connor. Now let's get back to the action, called by Joe Brandt and the old 2-9er, Phil Bohr.
Thanks, OC. Like the chat with the old 2-9er before the game. Right now, the Penguins and the Red Wings scoreless through the first 20 minutes. Shots on goal in favor of the Wings, 12-10. They added another one on for the Pens. We'll take a look at the score sheet, Borky. 4 shots on goal from Evgeny Malkin. Most he's had in a while in the first period.
Yeah, he was really, really good. And so was Cam Talbot. Really good in this first period. And Gino's playing inspired hockey. And I think Mike Sullivan saw that also. Because, you know, a couple games ago, Mike Sullivan split up Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin. But he's gone back to the two of them. And now he's made another change here. He's got Anthony Beauvillier up now. So we're seeing a little flip-flop here by Mike Sullivan, trying to catch lightning in the ball, trying to spark the offense. You know, Beauvillier started the game with Sidney Crosby. Then Evgeny Malkin was on the left wing with Sidney Crosby. Now Beauvillier is back there.
Sully just keeping us on our toes tonight. As Crosby will take the draw against Dylan Larkin at center ice, and Crosby wins the draw. Penguins control that opening face-off to begin this second, brought to you by number 1 Cochrane. Go one better. No score here in Pittsburgh. Penguins are trying to bounce back from a rough loss. Detroit trying to end a skid of their own as they begin a 4-game road trip tonight. They're heading out to California after this one.
Yeah, they're jumping on a plane, jumping on the bird, heading right out to the West Coast after this game.
We'll go Ducks, Kings, and Sharks in that order. Penguins have it in the neutral zone. Ricard Raquel chips it up into the air, dumps it into the Wings corner near side. Picked up by Edmondson. Pitches it over to the far side for DeBrincat, who will backhand it over to Dylan Larkin over the Penguins line. Fires a shot, got deflected, hit the end wall. Erik Karlsson races after it, pitches it back to Matt Grzelcyk on the near side. Broke his stick on a pass to Malkin. He'll dump it into the Wings end, but not that far. Now taken by Tarasenko. He comes over the Penguins line, near side, cross-ice pass, shot scored. As it's Berggren catching the pass from across the ice above the far circle, rips it over the shoulder of Alex Nedeljkovic, and the Wings strike first a minute into the second period. It's 1-0.
Yeah, first a turnover by Evgeny Malkin, and a line change, a bad line change by the Penguins. And that really caught Marcus Pettersson flat-footed. And it's an odd man break. It's a 3-on-2, perfectly executed. You had the center lane drive by Kasper, the beautiful pass by Tarasenko. And you remember, it was Berggren who had that chance late in the first period. He tried to go 6-hole glove side, and Ned shut him down. This time he goes over the blocker under the bar, and it's 1-0 Wings.
Berggren's first goal of the season. Detroit's offense has struggled mightily this year. They came into this game 30th in the league, averaging 2.43 goals per game. But they strike first here tonight. We get a face-off to the right of Talbot in the wing zone.
And just to back that up a little bit, there's two things that happen there. Evgeny Malkin has to get the puck deep, and I didn't see who the defenseman was changing there, and Marcus Pettersson jumping on the ice. But you think Gino's got full control of the puck. You trust he's going to get it deep, and so that's what caused the bad line change.
I could be wrong, but it might have been Grizzly racing after to get a new stick.
I think you're right, yep.
Because, again, it was the pass to Malkin before the turnover that broke Grizzly's stick, and the Wings take advantage of it nonetheless as Valtteri Puustinen picks it up at center ice. Chips it ahead to Jesse Puljujärvi, dumped into the corner in the wing zone. Puljujärvi centering pass to Achari, got broken up by Bergeron, though. Rung along the boards to the near point for Ryan Graves. His attempt to throw one towards the net. Only caught a piece of the puck. Penguins keep it alive, though. Graves with another shot that goes wide of the net. Now Ryan Shea at the far point with it to Graves near point. Graves throws another one towards the net, trying to get Bunting. Bunting hit the ice. Fight for it in the near corner. Taken away by Malkin. He's got it in the circle, pitched it back to Graves. Over to the far point for Shea, back down for Malkin in the corner. Moves it back up along the far boards. Brian Russ cranks it around the boards. Ryan Graves chips it back down. Russ comes gliding in, picks it up in behind the net as the Wings try to get it out of their zone. They'll do so, getting it out to the neutral zone, but raced down by Ryan Shea. He sends it ahead to Brian Rust, who backhand chips it along the boards. Talbot out of his net to play it. Flung along to the near side. Patrick Kane gets it out to Cobb. Cobb flips it over the Penguins line to the far corner. Matt Grzelcyk can't get to the puck quickly enough as Cobb, down to his knees, keeps it alive at the near corner. Kane now playing it up to the far side. Chips it up for Gustafsson. One-timer. Hit some traffic. Steered wide. Brian Russ clears it out to the neutral zone, but it's taken by Erik Gustafsson. Erik Gustafsson, the only current NHL player right now who has played for 5 of the 6 original 6 teams. The fluttering shot goes into the glove of Nedeljkovic, stopping the clock with a little over 3 minutes gone through in this second period. 1-0 Detroit.
Is Boston the only team he hasn't played for?
Boston is the only team. It's a trade line acquisition for both Canadian teams.
We got to get him to Boston. I mean,
me and you?
Let's get Stevie Y on line 1 here, because that would be unbelievable. To be the first player in the history of the NHL to play for all 6 original 6?
There has been a player that's done it, and the name escapes me right now. But I got that first nugget from the 32 Thoughts podcast.
Okay.
What I'm curious about is Sider has it in the high slot, glove save Nedeljkovic. With the way Detroit's going right now, if Patrick Kane does get moved, could he go to another original 6 team?
Oh.
Toronto?
Yeah.
That's a guy who's only played for original 6 teams.
Yeah, it didn't work out in New York with the Rangers, that's for sure.
Right. Clearing attempt goes all the way over to Detroit's end. Not far enough for icing as Edvinsson sends it over to Sider at the near corner. Chipped up into the air to the neutral zone. Settled down by Carlson, who gets to Pettersson. Head to Sidney Crosby. Takes it over the Wings line. Cross-ice pass interrupted by DeBrincat. Beauvillier tries to chip it forward anyway. Now the Wings take it. They've got some transition with speed over the Penguins line. Over to the far side. Quick one-timer. Saved by Nedeljkovic and then swept out of there by the Pens. They caught a piece of something, so no icing. As the Penguins get a change now. Edvinsson quickly pushes it ahead of the neutral zone. Slowed down to Rasmussen. He takes it over the Penguins line far side. Shot that goes wide. Kicks off the end wall. Drew O'Connor tries to race it down along the near boards, but Justin Hall was there first as Gustafsson sends it ahead to center ice. Ryan Graves fighting for it in the far corner in the Penguins' end. Loose puck to the right of Nedeljkovic, taken by Veleno. They'll ring it back in behind the net of Rasmussen as Poulin sends him down to the ice, and this is going to be a penalty.
He's going to go for the trip. Yep.
The first bit of special teams we've seen tonight.
Pittsburgh penalty number 22. 2 minutes for tripping.
A quick reminder here before the Wings go on their power play. Get ready for a brand new Giant Eagle on Noblestown Road. You can meet Iceberg at the grand opening ribbon cutting on November the 14th. And on November the 16th, you can meet TK, Tyler Kennedy, and enter for a chance to win an autographed Pens jersey. Giant Eagle's the official supermarket of your Pittsburgh Penguins.
Cool moment. Go and meet TK. The Penguins go on the PK. Here in the second period, sorry. 1-0 Detroit. The Wings control. Shot from Sider. Sticked over to the far side by Nedeljkovic. Pens will clear it out. 10 seconds into this Coppers penalty kill. 1-0 Wings. Sider collects in behind his net. Slides it up to Larkin far side. Cross ice pass that Patrick Kane overskated. And now the Penguins take it out to the neutral zone. Brian Rust will chip it over to the far corner of the Wings end. 1:30 left on the Coppers penalty kill. Penguins down by a goal. It's pitched back to Alex DeBrincat. Patrick Kane in the neutral zone. Back to DeBrincat over the Penguins line. Near circle. Throws one towards the net. Stopped by Nedeljkovic. He froze it, then tried to fling it on down, but the whistle was already blown. 1:21 left on the Coppers penalty kill as Detroit's power play is actually a number they'd like to talk about. Top 10 in the NHL at 24.4%.
Oh, you look at all the talent out there. And you've got Patrick Kane, who's more of a puck distributor than a gunner, but he will shoot it. And he loves to look for his good buddy DeBrincat, who can bring that one-timer. You also have Raymond out there. And, of course, Dylan Larkin. You'll find him more times than not camped out right in front of the net. Very good at deflections, quick hands for rebounds.
And Larkin leads the Red Wings with 6 power play goals this season. The Wings have it in the Penguin zone. Far side, chipped away. Larkin with a cross-ice pass. Patrick Kane, one-timer scores. Kane at the bottom of the near circle. Gets the pass from Dylan Larkin, and for Patrick Kane, that's career goal number 474, and it makes it 2-0 Detroit.
What a shift by Dylan Larkin. He wouldn't be denied. And this was one of those situations where I really felt like it was 2 wings, Raymond and Larkin, against 2 Penguins. And the puck was bouncing all over the place. And I didn't love that Ryan Graves left the front of the net to go chase Dylan Larkin when a Penguin was already there. Beauvillier was there. Shea was right there. He's not going to score from over there. But then Graves leaves the front of the net. He runs over there too. And just when he ran over to Larkin, Larkin chips it to Patrick Kane, and Kane takes a pouncing puck, goes over the shoulder of Alex Nedeljkovic, and it's 2-0 Wings.
Now the Penguins have it in Detroit zone. Quick shot from Pettersson at the near point. Sticked out of there by Talbot. Pettersson a one-timer, and that's patted away by Talbot on the other side. As Raquel rings it along the boards at the near half wall. Pettersson digs after it. Crosby gets it to Malkin. Tried to get it to Raquel at the far circle, but the pass broken up by Marco Kasper. Now Bergeron's got it on the far side. Cross-ice pass looking for a leading Petrie. He takes it to the near circle in the Penguin zone. Stripped of the puck. Penguins take it back. Ricard Raquel with a stretch pass that goes right to the stick of Vladimir Tarasenko. He'll dump it into the near corner of the Penguin zone.
Sidney Crosby is off to the races. Sid's not happy about that at all. He really felt like Raquel needed to juice that puck and get it to him. He was gone on a breakaway.
Raquel fired a shot in the wing zone. Got deflected, goes over to the far corner. Michael Bunting sandwiched in between a couple of wings. Couldn't get control of the puck. Now Grzelcyk's got it in the neutral zone. His pass interrupted by Rasmussen. Dumps it back into the Penguin zone, but Grzelcyk's there. Chris Letang pushes it ahead to Brian Rust. Missed his stick. The Wings take it right back over the Penguins line. Joe Veleno firing a shot that sailed high in the net. Weston Hall picks up the puck at the near half wall, gets it down to Veleno below the goal. Taking it over to the far corner. And then thrown into the boards by Chris Letang. Matt Grzelcyk picks up the loose puck in behind Nedeljkovic's net, tries to clear it out. Rasmussen's got it. He sends it to Veleno. Quick pass over to Fisher, but he missed him.
We're about 7 minutes into the second period. The Penguins do not have a shot on goal in this period.
Stretch pass from one zone to the other, taken by Detroit. Patrick Kane's got a near circle, leaves it for Hall. Quick shot, wide of the net, kicked off the end wall. Wings take it back in the corner for Kane. His pass up to the high slot, taken by Michael Bunting. He's got it in the neutral zone, leaves it back for Rust. Over the line on the near side, takes it towards the goal line. Wrap around and score! Brian Rust with a hard-working goal. Gets the Penguins on the board, and it's 2-1 Detroit here in the second.
Nobody better in the league than that guy right there at that move. That is a power forward move and some silky mitts on top of it by Brian Rust. Right-hand shot coming down the left side of the ice, and he just bulldozes his way. The way he's able to, and who did he go around? He went around Mo Seider. He went on Mo Sider, the best defenseman for the Detroit Red Wings, and he did it with one hand on his stick, right leg out, protecting the puck and himself, and just bulldozing his way to the front of the net and then dragging it all the way atop the crease around the left pad of Talbot and puts it in the net. What a move by Brian Rust to bring the Penguins back in this game. It's now 2-1 Wings.
Penguins fans can now capitalize on half-off Rust Shakes, Milkshake Factory.
The Michigan native.
There's a backhand shot that Nedeljkovic steers wide over to the far corner. Centering attempt by Detroit, taken away by Ryan Graves. His clearing attempt goes just to the neutral zone as Detroit takes it back. One of the Wings hit the ice hard. As that's Raymond. Another shot fired. That's stopped by Nedeljkovic.
Yeah, that was Puljujärvi. With a huge collision right at center ice.
Ryan Rust with his 4th goal of the season gets the Penguins on the board as Puljujärvi then takes a big hit from Mo Sider in between the penalty boxes. Puck is over in the wing zone, but on the stick of Edmondson, he pushes it ahead to Andrew Kopp. Now fluttered back by Erik Karlsson, who takes control. Brings it over the wing line, far side. Ricard Raquel, nifty move, but couldn't finish off the shot. Now a centering pass to Beauvillier, got deflected, skims the netting. Stops the action with 11:31 left in the second period. Ryan Rust gets the Penguins on the board. It's 2-1 Detroit. You're listening to the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
Dear team, thanks for showing up for me.
Hardworking people have relied
and taunting the other
on
team.
F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that has made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2023 calendar year total sales.
Dear team, thanks for showing up for me with the best face paint and taunting the other team in the kindest way. For standing on your seat when I need the support and screaming until your throat hurts because you know it makes a difference. For wearing my number. For being the best teammates a player could ask for. At Highmark, we're proud to be cheering alongside the best teammates. Fans like you. Because life. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Official health plan of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
This Pittsburgh Penguins moment is brought to you by the officers, members, and families of Local Union Number 5 of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. Our members have lived and worked in the region since 1897, providing all the electrical and telecommunication needs of commercial, industrial, and residential customers. We offer a state-of-the-art training center that is second to none and internationally recognized. Local Union Number 5 of the IBEW will be here to stand by you for all your electrical installation needs today and well into the future. Our members show their hometown pride supporting the Pittsburgh Penguins.
After 20 minutes of no score, we've had 3 goals in this second period, 2 of them by the Wings, though. Brian Rust getting the Penguins on the board. So it's 2-1 Detroit, 11:31 left in this second. And you feel like that goal by Rusty Borky just pumps some adrenaline into this building.
No, you're pretty much being outshot 2-1 here. As I mentioned, you've gone the first 7 minutes of the second period with zero shots on goal. And you're right, you needed somebody to do something special. You were getting some big saves from Ned, but you needed something offensively to happen, and Brian Rust supplied that.
Penguins control. Here's a one-timer. Pedersen didn't get through. Swatted out to the neutral zone that Erik Karlsson will collect. Sends it off the far boards looking for Ricard Raquel. We'll get a whistle blown, though.
Delayed offside?
I think so. 11:18 left in the second. 2-1 Detroit.
Hey, every Penguin fan knows it's all about precision, whether it's on the ice or on your wrist. With Pittsburgh's best selection of fine jewelry and luxury watches, the Oars team will help you find precisely what you're looking for. Oars Jewelers. It's the official jeweler of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Oars rocks.
Brian Rust's goal got this crowd rocking a little bit more. Here's a one-timer. Karlsson and a save by Talbot. A little tic-tac-toe action coming from the Penguins offensively. Still 2-1 Detroit, 11:05 left in the second.
Cam Talbot, only one of 4 Cams to ever play in the National Hockey League. Your other 3, Joe?
You go ahead.
Atkinson, Fowler, and Neely. Look at, you're grinding right now.
Well, I was.
Stop thinking. There's smoke coming out of your ears.
The first thing that came to mind was Ward. He's not in the league anymore, though.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, it's another one.
No, he's
so
not.
I stand corrected. It's okay. You were thinking that. Cam Ward, that's another one.
He's not in the league anymore.
No, but I had Neely, too.
Oh,
yep.
Ever. Okay.
Yeah, Ever, yeah.
All right, so that smoke was validated then. So the Penguins take it out of their zone, bring it up towards center ice. Raquel chips it back for Malkin. Now over to the far side, Erik Karlsson over the wing line, centering pass, jumped over the stick of Sidney Crosby. The Wings can only clear it out to the neutral zone. Malkin tangled up with Mo Seider over there on the far side. Seider taking a little bit of time to get back up. Malkin back on the bench. This one goes up into the air. Felt like it almost skimmed the scoreboard. Run along the boards to the end wall. And it's scooped up by Erik Karlsson with speed on the near side. Takes the neutral zone to Brian Rust. Only goal for the Penguins so far. Near circle. Tipped it back to the corner. Nola Chari sends it over to the far side. Chris Letang. Quick tough angle shot. Got redirected right to the stick of Vladimir Tarasenko. He's off to the races. Brings the puck to the neutral zone. Sends it to the far side. Alex Nedeljkovic out to play it. Throws it over to the near side. Berggren's got it near circle. Tarasenko up to Hall near point. Cross ice pass. Quick shot coming wide of the net. Second attempt padded out of there by Nedeljkovic.
Oh, lightning quick left pad there by Ned.
As Brian Rust will softly chip it into the wing zone over to the far corner. 2-1 Detroit with 9:30 left in their second period. Marco Kasper takes it over the Penguins line. Leaves it over for Michael Bunting in the neutral zone. Dumps it over the Wings line to the far side. Corrals over to the near corner. Sam Poulin sandwiched into the boards by Justin Hall. Now sent over to Ryan Graves near point. Walks the blue line, sends it down to the corner. Jesse Puljujärvi with a touch pass to Drew O'Connor. He tried to make a move around Erik Gustafsson, but the Wings get it out to the neutral zone now. As it's taken by Ryan Shea. He gives it to Ryan Graves. Pass to Jesse Puljujärvi, a little awkward, but he corrals, sends it back over the Wings line. Talbot out of his net to try and play it. And now it's a loose puck in the high slot for Graves. Throws one towards the net, sticked out of there by Talbot to the near corner. Well, pitch free to the near circle. Wings have it. Patrick Kane tries to get it out of his zone. His pass goes right to the stick of Ryan Graves. His Shea will send it over to Drew O'Connor over the Penguins logo. The far side for Ricard Raquel. Takes it to the corner. Centering pass looking for Beauvillier. And he's trying to batch it in, and it stays loose in behind the net. Kicked free over to Gustafsson. He tries to clear it out. Kept alive at the far point by the Penguins. Far half wall. Sidney Crosby now out there. Backhand chips it over to Raquel at the corner of the trapezoid. And we get a whistle blown as the net is dislodged on Detroit's end.
A real quick update. So there's a little shuffling of the lines here by Mike Sullivan. As we mentioned, in case you're just joining us, Blake Lizotte caught an errant pass right up in the face, under the nose, around the mouth area. He is not returned here in the second period. So a little bit of a mumbo jumbo going on from Mike Sullivan as far as his line combinations.
So right now it is.
Mike Sullivan's really upset at something.
Well, it looked like we were going to have a media timeout.
No, this is about this new rule. When the net gets knocked off by the defensive team, there cannot be a line change. And Detroit was trying to make a line change.
And now the Wings win the draw in their own zone. It's quickly chipped back. Sidney Crosby's got the puck over the Wings line. Fires a shot. Stopped by Cam Talbot over to the near half wall. It's free to the neutral zone. A race for it over to the Penguins' end. Erik Karlsson escapes it away. Gets it over to Ricard Raquel. Down to Crosby over the Wings line. Far side. Cross ice pass. Marcus Pettersson near circle. Takes it towards the goal line. Centering pass. They score! Anthony Beauvillier at the far circle. And that ties up this game at 2.
Well, let's start with the pass by the captain. And I tell you, the Wings, after that net got knocked off, their players had been out there a while. That's why they were going for a line change. I think they knew they couldn't get the line change, Joe, but I think they were just trying to buy time because they were gassed. And they were gassed on this play right here. Sidney Crosby makes an unbelievable pass. Cross ice to find Marcus Pettersson. As he's being squeezed off by Fisher, he finds Beauvillier, who found a soft spot to the left of Cam Talbot. And on the bottom of the circle, quick release by Beauvillier before Talbot can recover. And we're tied at 2.
We're starting over. Detroit with 2 goals, and the Penguins come right back with 2 of their own. Anthony Beauvillier now scoring in back-to-back games as well. 7:15 left in the second as we get icing on the Pens.
I don't know if you're doing anything Saturday night, but the Sharks will be in town. That's November the 16th. It's also the Grateful Dead night here at PPG Paints Arena. There'll be a live band here, The Cause, rocking and rolling. Order your tickets today at PittsburghPenguins.com. Also, how about the 5-game flex? There'll be no fees on the 5-game flex plan. You can just build your perfect plan. Also, you can get that at PittsburghPenguins.com.
Penguins will be right back home after a quick road game against the Columbus Blue Jackets. We're tied up at 2. Anthony Beauvillier with the equalizer. 7:10 left in the second. You're listening to the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
The biggest names in NASCAR talk are now with SiriusXM.
Hey, this is Dale Earnhardt Jr. inviting you to listen to my podcast, the Dale Jr. Download, each week on Dirty Mo Media and SiriusXM. As we react to NASCAR news, we chat with interesting people and share life's experiences. Whether it be Dirty Air, the Ally guest episodes, or DJD Reloaded, there's always something for you on the download.
Hear the Dale Jr. Download, plus every incredible podcast from Dirty Mo Media, right now on the SiriusXM app.
NHL Morning Skate.
Tampa Bay Lightning General Manager Julian Brisebois.
Can you tell us something about Nikita Kucherov, the player, the person?
He puts so much time working at his craft. He is looking to improve every little detail of his game, of his skill set. You know, he gets rewarded by being an all-time great player, and we get rewarded by having one of the best players in the world on our team every night.
NHL Morning Skate
With Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellick.
weekdays 7 a.m. Eastern
On NHL Network Radio.
SiriusXM 91 and the SiriusXM app.
Join me, Gord Stellick, and Scott Laughlin as we recap the night that was on NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, SiriusXM 91.
The biggest names in the game.
Trying to get behind, wrist the line, and walks in, put it between his legs, shoots it, score!
NHL play-by-play on SiriusXM.
Ray Hudson here with an important announcement. You can listen to your favourite SiriusXM FC shows on the all-new SiriusXM app, now available for all subscribers.
Work Lexus.
Well, the second period started rough for the Pens. Detroit jumped out to a 2-0 lead, and then the Pens able to strike right back. Brian Rust and Anthony Beauvillier with goals. 7:10 left in the second period. And we're tied up at 2. We'll get a face-off at center ice. 71 against 71. Larkin against Malkin. And Detroit's captain wins the draw. But now it's taken by Michael Bunting over the wings line. Near side, rips his shot, gets deflected, skims the netting. 7:01 left in the second, tied at 2.
Good for Anthony Beauvillier. He had no points in 13 of his last 15 games coming into this game here tonight. But the 2 games he did have points, both of them were goals.
He now has 3 goals against the Wings this year.
Oh, that's right.
2 in the first win of the year, back at Motor City. And the equalizer tonight. As Detroit controls after the draw, they take it over the Penguins line. DeBrincat at the far side, stripped to the puck by Chris Letang.
Great gap control there by Letang on the dangerous DeBrincat.
As Malkin tries to get around Lucas Raymond, he sends it ahead to Brian Rust, tips it over the wings line. Chris Letang in full flight, fires a shot, tough angle shot, and then Malkin tried to pinch in the loose puck. Now a shot from Rust in the slot, stopped by Talbot as Michael Bunting's taking on 2 Red Wings in the crease.
Bring it on. Punch him in the face. He plays better. You know, a little adjustment there by Chris Letang. He had the same type of play earlier in this period where he came flying. His right-hand shot came flying down the right wing on his forehand. The last time, Joe, he tried a kind of a risky pass where he juiced it to the top of the crease, trying to find a teammate. Kind of a 50-50 play. And it got deflected, and then all of a sudden an odd man break goes the other way. The Wings took it. This time, he threw it right on the net. Knowing that as a defenseman, I'm deep. I could be caught here. So this one he put right on the net, and Gino Malkin almost got the rebound past Talbot. But all because Chris Letang made that adjustment. Just get it on the net and make something happen.
Ricard Raquel with some speed, chips it over the wings line on the far side. Crosby from the corner gets it to Beauvillier. Quick pass over to Raquel. Backhand shot denied by Talbot.
Oh, great pass there by Beauvillier onto Raquel's stick. He tried to go forehand, backhand. It just kissed the post.
Carlson steals a pass, but the Wings are able to break it up in the Penguins zone. Now they take it right back over the Penguins line. Jeff Petrie taking it to the corner, swerving in behind the net, far side. Now takes it up towards the slot. The Tarasenko rips his shot, sticked out of there by Nedeljkovic. Popped up high, skimmed the netting, and we get a little fracas in front of Nedeljkovic. Berggren down to the ice, being shoved by a couple of Pens. We're tied up at 2. 5:47 left in the second. You're listening to the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
Penguins hockey is back at PPG Paints Arena.
Crosby comes in for Pittsburgh on the backhander. He scores! There's that patented backhand shot from the captain.
Join us for this year's must-see matchups and gotta have it giveaways with a custom no-fee 5-game flex plan. Build your plan today at PittsburghPenguins.com.
Top angle shot, centering pass, they score! Drew O'Connor catches the beat from Evgeny Malkin.
Secure your custom no-fees 5-game flex plan today at PittsburghPenguins.com.
They say that the best beer you'll ever taste is the one you had the best time while drinking. The secret to the unmatched satisfaction of Icy Light, victory is sweetest hard-earned. And here, we tasted a lot. Icy Light. A surprisingly easy call.
As the largest and most experienced program in the region, UPMC Sports Medicine knows that injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend athlete, a rising star, or even a seasoned pro. That's why we offer a complete range of services and experts to help treat and prevent sports-related injuries to get you back in the game. To make an appointment, visit upmcsportsmedicine.com. The UPMC is the official healthcare provider of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Tender Care Learning Centers, the early education professionals, has been providing quality child care and preschool education for over 40 years. To find one of our 19 convenient locations near you, visit tendercarelc.org. Tender Care Learning Centers is the child care provider of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Couple of 2-goal swings in the second period. Detroit had the first pair, then the Penguins came right back. So we're tied at 2 with 5:47 left in the second period.
I do find it kind of interesting that the 2-goal lead has been kind of a bugaboo for the Penguins.
Sure.
And now maybe they've shipped the bugaboo to Motown. Maybe it's their turn to squander a 2-goal lead.
The hockey gods are transferring the 2-goal demons. We'll get a face-off to the left of Nedeljkovic. It'll be JT Compher against Nola Chari in the Penguins zone. We got a false face-off.
We got a penalty here. It'll be a hook. And it's going against the Pens.
Third penalty, number 10, 2 minutes for hooking.
It's right off the face-off. And we Drew O'Connor off to the sin bin.
Detroit already successful on their first power play tonight. Again, despite their offensive struggles, they came in with the 8th best power play in the NHL. The Pens back on the Compher's penalty kill. Achari on the draw. Detroit controls the high slot. They send it down to Larkin, over to Kane at the bottom of the near circle. Back up to Mo Sider, walks the blue line. He gives it to Kane, who scored the power play goal early in the second period. Kane again with it in the circle, chips it back to Larkin, cross-ice pass to Brinkett right there on the doorstep, but couldn't connect on the pass. Now to Kane above the near circle. 25 seconds gone in the Compher's penalty kill. Kane takes it up to the near point, backhand chips it over to Larkin along the boards. Back to Kane in the slot, lost the puck, Russ got it, he flutters it down, killing off more time.
This is what makes this power play so dangerous. The right shots. Sider, Raymond, DeBrincat, all right shots, and you got a guy like Kane just walking them up to the ladies' tees.
1:13 left on the Compher's penalty kill as the Wings chip it over the Penguins line. Taken by Beauvillier. His clearing attempt unsuccessful, but now it's on the stick of Ryan Graves, who will crank it on down to the Wings' end. Less than a minute left on the Coppers penalty kill. Mo Sider with it still in his own zone. Sends it back to Marco Kasper now on the ice for the Wings. Over to Tarasenko, who rings it along the boards to the near side, a fight for it in the corner. Ryan Graves trying to dig it out, but the Wings have it. Now it's Gustafsson in the slot. Tarasenko, far circle, ripped the shot, blocked. And now taken by Bergeron at the near half wall. 35 seconds left in the Coppers penalty kill. Gustafsson in the slot to Bergeron near circle, rips a shot, saved by Nedeljkovic. He'll freeze it up. 29 seconds left in the Coppers penalty kill. We're tied at 2 here in the second.
It's hard to believe that Jonathan Bergen, no goals coming into this one. He could probably have at least 3. That's a great chance, and that's an outstanding save by Ned. Good positional save. He was calm, trusted his reflexes, caught the top of his pad, then it hit the inside of his blocker, and then fell right back down into his gear. But he never lost sight of the puck the whole time.
Penguins control after another draw, and it's cranked on down by Chris Letang. 20 seconds left on the Coppers penalty kill. We're tied at 2 with 4 minutes left in this second period. Comfer sends it over to Marco Kasper. He takes it over the Penguins line on the far side for Tarasenko. To the circle, he stripped of the puck in the corner, rung along the near boards. Comfer with it at the near half wall. 4 seconds left in the Coppers penalty kill. Penguins have it. They clear it out to the neutral zone. Drew O'Connor comes out of the box, trying to strip the puck free. Now Brian Rust has it over the Wings line. Takes it to the far circle. Fires a shot. Saved by Talbot. Loose puck to his right, but he's able to freeze it up as O'Connor gets taken down to the ice a little bit by Eric Gustafsson. And the two have some words for each other.
Once again, Brian Rust doing the right things with the puck on his stick. It was 1 against 2, and Rusty knew that. Didn't have much left in the tank. So he got to an area where he used his speed and his legs to get himself in some kind of a shooting area. It wasn't a great area, but it's still a shooting area. Instead of button hooking and maybe looking for somebody late, he just throws a wrist or a knuckle puck that handcuffed Talbot. And Drew O'Connor was right there on the doorstep and had a pretty good whack at that rebound.
Malkin back on the ice with Sidney Crosby as a clearing attempt by Detroit goes down for icing.
That's something Mike Sullivan has done really since the beginning, maybe even in training camp, in the preseason games. He did this with Evgeny Malkin and Sidney Crosby because they don't kill penalties. So as soon as the penalty kill is over, boom, he goes right with 87 and 71. And he's got 67 Raquel on the right wing.
As Borky mentioned a little bit earlier, Blake Lizotte also leaving this game after catching a puck to the face. Mike Sullivan's had to get even a little bit more creative tonight, as Crosby's directing traffic behind him, ready to take the draw in the wing zone to the right of Talbot.
Polano going to get waved here. Now you're going to give him a mulligan.
Crosby wins the draw as Grizzly fires a shot, gets deflected, skims the netting.
And blocked by Sider. Just a little dust off. And that's the NHL right there in a nutshell. The time that you have is very limited. And that was a good face-off win by Sid. They get it over to Matt Grzelcyk at the right point left-hand shot. But as he gets the puck, instead of just taking it and then just opening his hips and opening the blade of his stick and wristing it towards the cage, he takes Joe and he dusts it off one time. He stick handles it one time. That allowed the Wings to recover and block it.
Penguins have it in the wing zone yet again. Crosby rung along the boards to Grzelcyk at the far half wall. He tries to chip it back on down, taken by Raquel. Raquel at the far circle with it, gets it to Crosby below the goal line. He takes it up to the far circle to Grzelcyk in the high slot. Wrists one towards the net, didn't get through.
No stick handle there, got it off his stick quick.
Now taken by Rasmussen in between the penalty boxes, chips it along the near boards into the Penguin zone. Now pitched free as Malkin's got it back. Soft cross-ice pass to Crosby as he cruises over the neutral zone. Dumps it into the wings end, ringing along the boards from far to near. Petrie takes a hard hit into the boards by Ricard Raquel. Now O'Connor's got a near circle. Fired a shot, got blocked. And now a loose puck in behind the net as we get a whistle blown.
That's going to be a high stick on Sherrod. He caught Drew O'Connor right under the nose. Now the Penguins are going to get their chance on the power play.
So Sherrod to the box. First power play for the Penguins tonight.
Here's your call.
Detroit penalty number 8, 2 minutes 5 seconds.
So after Detroit picked up the first 2 goals in this period, the Penguins have a chance to grab a lead late.
Yeah, this would be If they can get a power play goal here, one of the biggest power play goals of the season.
The second unit out there.
Yeah, just the importance of this game and what you have on deck here. You mentioned you got Columbus coming up, San Jose coming up on home ice. You're in Columbus Friday in the back-to-back. Those are all winnable games. No disrespect to those teams, but they're winnable games for the Penguins. But they got to get this one here and get on a roll after that just dismal game against the Dallas Stars the other night.
Penguins take it over the Wings line along the end boards. It's taken by Edmondson, who gets it to Raymond. His clearing attempt goes out to the neutral zone as Matt Grisick will have to chase it down in the Penguin zone. 1:30 left on the Pens power play.
The second unit starts the power play here. Give them probably another one run here, another 10-15 seconds, and the number one unit will get out there.
Bunting sends it over to the far corner in the Wings zone, but cleared on out by Detroit once again.
And here they come.
The neutral zone, Matt Grisick will back skate and allow the big dogs to come on out. Crosby, Malkin, Raquel, and Brian Rust all out there. 1 minute left on the Penguins power play. We're tied at 2 with 1:35 left in this second period. Malkin gallops in the neutral zone, takes it over the Wings line, gets it to Raquel, far circle for Rust, trying to throw it towards the net, got broken up by Seider. As Rust has it above the near circle. Plays it up to the near point. Erik Karlsson back to Rust in the circle. Throws one towards the net, went wide. Raced down by Rickard Raquel, keeps it alive at the far point. Gets it to Karlsson, throws one towards the net. And a loose puck taken by Edmondson. He'll backhand chip it up to the neutral zone. Erik Karlsson tries to stop it. Detroit will swat it back over to the Penguins end. Now quickly sent ahead to Evgeny Malkin over the Wings line. Far side to Raquel gliding in the slot. Karlsson above the circle, throws one on net, saved by Talbot. With 18 seconds left on the Penguins power play, less than a minute left in this second period. We're tied at 2.
You know, I can appreciate the adjustment there by Erik Karlsson. He had the same type of shot from the center point where you knew he was going to risk the puck at the cage. The first one he threw right into the shin guards of a Detroit Red Wing, and then the second one he used his skating ability to move just about a foot and a half or 2 feet away from the wings where there was a shooting lane and got it straight on the goal.
Drop of the puck, and the Penguins control. It's Pettersson to Karlsson at the near point. 13 seconds left on the power play. Pettersson in the circle. Cross ice to Raquel. One-timer gets blocked by Petrie. Kept alive at the near point from Karlsson. 5 seconds left in the power play. Malkin from the corner. And Detroit clears it out to the neutral zone as the power play is expired. 30 seconds left in this second period. We're tied at 2. Penguins dump it into the Wings end. Rung on out by Hall. Achari keeps it alive. Far point. Cross ice to Pettersson. Throws one towards the net. It goes wide. Crosby races it down in the corner. Chips it up. As Letang will send it back over to Crosby. Malkin at the far circle. Thrown back on net by Letang at the far point. Down to single digits left in this second period. Still tied up at 2. It's raced down by Pettersson in the corner. Almost stripped of the puck by Larkin. That will do it for the second period. Detroit scores 2, then the Penguins score 2. And through 2, we're tied at 2 here from Pittsburgh.
And considering they went the first 7 minutes of that second period without a shot on goal, that's a nice bounce back by the Penguins to be down 2-0 in this game and kind of scratch and claw their way. It's not pretty for the Penguins right now, but you appreciate the effort they're putting in to find a way somehow to even this game up and hopefully have their best period of the year in the third.
And the Penguins had, one shot on goal in the first 7 minutes of the game, and then no shots on goal to begin the second period for the first 7 minutes.
Yep.
Strong start to the third.
Yeah, and now shots are dead even, 23-23. Go figure.
So is the score, 2-2 through 2. Brian Metzer is standing by. He'll have the second intermission report for us, along with tweets with the old 2-9er. The Penguins are trying to squeeze out a victory against Detroit. 20 minutes left to do so. You're listening to the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
The Pittsburgh Penguins are brought to you by our founding partners, UPMC, life-changing medicine.
As the largest and most experienced program in the region, UPMC Sports Medicine knows that injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend athlete, a rising star, or even a seasoned pro. That's why we offer a complete range of services and experts to help treat and prevent sports-related injuries to get you back in the game. To make an appointment, visit upmcsportsmedicine.com. The UPMC is the official healthcare provider of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Ouch! Man, that check's gotta hurt. And the gloves are coming off. Oof, that's $100 right there. Yeesh. That's $1,000.
Hey, what's with the dollar amounts?
That's how much each injury could be worth if he calls Morgan & Morgan. Yikes, that one's got to be at least $10K.
When you hire Morgan & Morgan, their gloves come off when they fight for you.
Official personal injury lawyers of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Keeping your home warm in the winter and cold in the summer, Mitsubishi Electric is a top manufacturer of heating and air conditioner products. And they're hiring. To elevate your career in engineering, project management, product assembly, and more, visit meppi.com/careers.
Penguin fans love to shake things up with the best handcrafted milkshakes you'll find anywhere. The Milkshake Factory is the only place you'll find the amazing array of flavors like campfire s'mores, banana foster, and chocolate dipped strawberry. Milkshake Factory has been serving up hand-spun milkshakes and house-made chocolates since 1914. It's a flavor utopia. Find a location near you at milkshakefactory.com.
When you're craving a savory snack that's energy boosting, nitrate free, high in protein, and full of flavor, you want the original Mr. Donair beef jerky. High quality protein, finest U.S. beef cuts, nitrate free, premium meat snack, power play performance. Mr. Donair, proud to be the official jerky of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Now it's time for the second period recap, brought to you by Giant Eagle. Now back to the Penguins Radio Network.
And welcome into our second intermission report, where the Penguins and Red Wings are tied at 2 after 2 periods of play here in Pittsburgh. Brian Metzer here with you, and it was the Red Wings that opened the scoring at the 1-minute mark of the period. Berggren got his first of the season from Tarasenko, and Petrie, just a play where the Penguins congregated to one side of the ice trying to stop Tarasenko, who fed the pass over to where Berggren picked it up and beat Nedeljkovic on the short side. But they weren't done. They would get a power play goal with 5:15 off the stick of Patrick Kane, his third of the season from Dylan Larkin and Lucas Raymond. It was a very similar situation for Penguins on one end of the ice. Larkin makes a pass from his knees to feed Kane in front of the net unencumbered, and he buries it for that 2-goal lead that came with Sam Poulin in the box. Penguins would answer, though. They would get a goal. Great individual effort from Brian Rust. He came down around the wing the way he does, got around Mo Seider, went to the net and wrapped the puck around Cam Talbot to make it a 2-1 game, his 4th of the season from Michael Bunting. And then it was Anthony Beauvillier scoring his 5th of the year from Marcus Pettersson and Sidney Crosby at 12:23. The Dragon makes a nice pass across the front of the net where Beauvillier had a yawning cage to dump it into. Penguins did have a power play opportunity late in the period. Sherratt went at 17:26. They weren't able to cash their shots on goal in the period. 12-11. The Penguins outshot the Wings, and for the game, the shots have really evened up. The Wings outshooting the Penguins 23-22. When we come back, it's time to tweet the old 2-9er. Tweet us at Penguins Live or at Brian_Metzer, and Borky will answer those questions for you next in the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
This is the S&T Bank second period instant radio replay. Brought to you by S&T Bank, proud presenting sponsor of the Penguins Radio Network.
Carlson escapes it away. Puts it over to Rickard Rakell. On Crosby over the Wings line, far side. Cross-ice pass, Marcus Pettersson, near circle, takes it towards the goal line. Centering pass, they score! Anthony Beauvillier at the far circle. And that ties up this game at 2.
Hey, it's Hockey Talk time, where teamwork takes the spotlight. In hockey, success begins with a superb lineup, much like our Penguins.
Oh, you got that right, Roger. And speaking of success, Ford's lineup offers a winning combination of power, agility, and leadership.
Ooh, sounds like a dream team to me, Jimmy. With that being said, it's our pleasure to introduce an unbeatable roster: Mustang, F-150, Bronco Sport, and Escape.
Ford, the official car, truck, and SUV of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Penguins Pledge is the Penguins' commitment to a better community and environment. Launched in 2023, Penguins Pledge brings awareness and solutions for a more sustainable society. Together with our Pledge champion partners, PPG, U.S. Steel, Endra Energy, Wesco, Coca-Cola, and EQT, the Penguins are excited to inspire our fans and to create action and awareness on issues of environmental and social sustainability. Learn more at PittsburghPenguins.com/Penguins Pledge.
Pittsburgh-based EQT Corporation is the top natural gas producer in the United States and is a proud sponsor of the Pittsburgh Penguins' pathway to net zero. EQT is an industry leader in cutting emissions and using our region's clean resources to replace dirtier sources of energy overseas. EQT and the Penguins are focused on achieving key climate goals and reducing emissions across Pittsburgh and beyond. Visit EQT.com to learn more about how EQT is moving towards the future and setting the standard for production of affordable, reliable, and clean energy.
Dear team, thanks for showing up for me with the best face paint and taunting the other team in the kindest way. For standing on your seat when I need the support and screaming until your throat hurts because you know it makes a difference. For wearing my number. For being the best teammates a player could ask for. At Highmark, we're proud to be cheering alongside the best teammates. Fans like you. Because life. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Official health plan of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Get the official NHL app to watch, read, and listen to all the deets.
All I can say is absolutely wow.
All the sauce. All the saves.
Stop from Vasilevsky.
All the hits. All the snipes. All the sellies.
He scores! Unbelievable!
All the hockey. If it's hockey, it's here. Listen to every NHL game for free, now with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Download the official NHL app now.
Tweet the old 2-9er.
Pens and Wings tied at 2 after 2 here in Pittsburgh. Brian Metzer here with you and now joined by my good buddy, the old 2-9er, Phil Bork. It's time to tweet the old 2-9er. Borky, your first one tonight comes from our friend Simo over in Australia, and he said, how good is it to see the Penguins shake that 2-goal bugaboo and flip it the other way for a change? They overcome a 2-goal deficit instead of blowing the lead.
Yeah, amen, Simo. It wasn't pretty. But if you needed somebody to light the fuse, why not Brian Rust, right? Yep. And just a tremendous individual effort. We've seen it from Rusty so many times, right? That power forward move when he comes down his off wing, gets on the backhand. And I'm trying to come up with another player. I mean, maybe McDavid, like another player that does it as well as he does. Absolutely fearless. And he just, I don't know if the game is slowed down for Rusty or there's just a confidence in that move. But, he did it the other night in Washington. And, resulting, he didn't score, but Gino scored off of his disruptive play. So I know it's not quite the answer to the question, but yeah, it's great to see the Penguins to get down 2 here and not get too rattled and just kind of roll up their sleeves and just go to work, because it wasn't pretty, but they found a way.
Yeah, it seemed like they turned it on a bit in that second half. Getting that goal was huge. They fed off of it and built from there. The Big Bad Wolf, I believe he asked this the other night, but we wanted to get it in now. He said, when are they going to be able to stop the win a couple, lose a few? It's just like not a lot of consistency in their game. What do they need to do to maybe get that righted, to build some wins in a row?
Play situational hockey better, manage the puck better, and just play with more jam and grit. I mean, those are such general answers. I almost don't even want to give them to you, but they're the right answers, because it's funny when you play a physical style. And listen, there's not many players on this team that want to drop the gloves. It's just not who they are, and that's okay. But you can play physical. You can play with a mean streak. You can play nasty and go to the net and make things happen. Take a hit to make a play. Block a shot with your teeth. Well, I mean, I'm getting a little dramatic about it, but you know where I'm going with this, Mets. That when this team plays with a snarl, they're a better hockey team.
Yep.
But they all have to do it. You can't just have Bunting or Crosby or Malkin, just one here and there. They got to collectively do it. And so that's the answer. Collectively lock arms. This is not a bad hockey team, even though at times they play like a really bad hockey team.
Yep.
They're not a bad hockey team. They're a good hockey team, but they have to stop playing like individuals and play a team game.
Borky, we have about 20 seconds, but Jim wanted your thoughts on what goes through the room when a player like Lars Eller gets traded.
It's business.
Yep.
It's the business of hockey. You've seen guys come and go again. You shake his hand because he was a good teammate, a good pro. Got to celebrate his 1,000th game here. There's a lot of good things to say about Lars Eller, but, you shake your hand, you move on. When you play the Caps, you try to just absolutely bury him and fill the net on him.
Butt end in the ribs.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Or higher. Wherever you want to go.
Or higher.
Yeah.
Thanks for this, Borky.
Okay, pal.
Yep, that is the old 2-9er. You can tweet him each and every second intermission at Penguins Live. When I come back, get you caught up on the scoreboard and more on the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
Welcome back, Richard.
Yeah!
Oh, Oh, man.
It's Bill Bork. It's the Bill Bork Show.
It's been a long
Bork
time.
And Bazzi Show? Can we make it a Bork
and Bazzi? It flows. It goes right off the tongue.
B squared.
No one else goes right off the tongue. What I'm driving right now.
What are you driving?
I'm driving a F-150 XLT Super Crew.
We have over 500 trucks, F-Series, so F-152, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 50. Yeah, you can't say that fast, can you? Yes, and the yee-haw part of that is it's an over-the-top expression of happiness.
With FedEx One Rate, you can ship to your student for a simple, predictable flat rate. Send a box full of home-baked treats that say, "Your father and I miss you." Or send a box full of instant noodles that says, "Your father and I would like you to stop asking us for money." Either way, one rate fits all. FedEx One Rate. 2-day shipping, one flat rate. Starting at $14.50. Visit FedEx.com/OneRate for details. Exclusions apply.
Gather a group for a Penguins game this season and save. Lock in great seats at a great price with a group of 10 or more today.
Back to the point where shot scores! Evgeny Malkin plays hero, and you can slap it on the Broadway marquee.
Call 412-642-PENS or visit PittsburghPenguins.com for details. Be sure to ask about our new fan experience packages. Penguin season presented by UPMC.
As the largest and most experienced program in the region, UPMC Sports Medicine knows that injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend athlete, a rising star, or even a seasoned pro. That's why we offer a complete range of services and experts to help treat and prevent sports-related injuries to get you back in the game. To make an appointment, visit UPMCSportsMedicine.com. The UPMC is the official healthcare provider of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
The Steel City knows a thing or two about winners. When it comes to environmental services, Waste Management has been winning for over 50 years. We have over 45,000 MVPs on our roster across North America, from truck drivers to sales professionals and everything in between. And right now we're looking for Pittsburgh area professionals to join our winning team, because doing what's right for our planet is vital work, best tackled together. We offer competitive pay, great benefits, and tons of other perks. Start your career by visiting careers.wm.com. That's careerswm.com.
It's time for the scoreboard.
Pens and Wings tied at 2 goals aside after 2 periods here in Pittsburgh. Brian Metzer back with you, and a quick look around the league. The new home of Lars Eller, the Washington Capitals, they're up 3-1 on the Toronto Maple Leafs at the end of 2. Protas, Strome, and Radish, the goal scorers there, and McMahon for the Maple Leafs. Hurricanes and Utah are scoreless, and a couple late Kings and Colorado. Golden Knights and Ducks play tonight. When we come back, third period action with Joe Brand and Phil Bork on the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
Hey, it's Jeff Lewis, and I've got a big announcement. No, I didn't get canceled yet. Jeff Lewis Live is now 2 hours. That's 2 full hours of me at my best. No charity. Don't ever ask me about charity. No charity. Nothing for free. Or is it my worst? You know what I mean. I apologize. Oh, I'm so sorry. But I'm not sorry at all. It's real and it's messy. It's me, Jeff Lewis. Jeff World is a great place. I love it. As long as everybody feels good. I don't know if everybody feels good.
Jeff Lewis Live. Weekdays at 12 p.m. East on Radio Andy. Sirius XM 102.
The biggest plays.
What a save!
Hits.
Oh, hard hit.
Goals.
McDavid scores!
Tune to NHL Network Radio for the most in-depth hockey talk on the planet.
He is the GM of the Minnesota Wild.
Insiders, the revenues, and the big business, and the best analysis on the air.
Alex Ovechkin!
The NHL on Sirius XM. Hear every team and your hometown call. NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and on demand with the Sirius XM app.
The National Women's Soccer League Championship game is coming to SiriusXM.
Hey, it's World Cup winner Heather O'Reilly of SiriusXM FC. Join Jessica Charman and me for the first national radio broadcast of the NWSL Final.
That's right, Heather. We'll be taking you through every thrilling moment live from Kansas City.
Join us as we make history at the 2024 NWSL Final on Saturday, November 23rd at 8 Eastern.
And it's on SiriusXM FC channel 157 and streaming on the SiriusXM app.
Join me, Ward Stellick, and Scott Laughlin as we recap the night that was on NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
The biggest names in the game.
Trying to get behind, wrist the line, and walks in, put it between his legs, shoots and scores!
NHL play-by-play on SiriusXM.
Ray Hudson here with an important announcement. You can listen to your favourite SiriusXM FC shows on the all-new SiriusXM app, now available for all subscribers.
Window Nation, the perfect fit.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
The biggest plays on the ice.
He's up ahead, Pacioretty to the net, backhand score! What a move!
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
The Pittsburgh Penguins are brought to you by our founding partners, PPG, official paint of the Penguins.
This is Michael Bunting. Now let's get back to the action called by Joe Brand and the old 2-9er, Phil Bourque.
Tied up at 2-2. Penguins are looking to win their second game against the Detroit Red Wings. We enter this third period. The Penguins wrapping up a short 2-game homestand. However, a long stretch of home games here in the month of November. Detroit beginning their 4-game road trip. They're heading out to California after this, but both teams kind of desperately in need of these 2 points, Borky.
Yeah, you can say that again. And, that wasn't the situation the other night. The Penguins are, they're more desperate than they should have been more desperate than the Dallas Stars, where the Stars were in the standings. But you're right, where both these teams sit, kind of on that teeter-totter of, you risk it falling to the bottom of the Eastern Conference, or you throw a couple of wins, and that's the way it is right now. In that bottom half of the Eastern Conference, you win 2 of 3, 3 of 4, you get some kind of traction, you're going to find yourself, you're going to wake up in the morning, look at the standings, wow, we're in a wild card spot. And that can be very energizing. This is a huge 20 minutes for both teams.
Both teams in 7th of their divisions. Penguins are 6-9-2 this year. Detroit 6-7-1. What's next in store for these next 20 minutes? We'll find out starting now. Our opening faceoff is brought to you by number 1 Cochrane. Go one better to begin this third period. The Red Wings dump it on into the Penguins' end. Penguins now attacking from left to right in their home black sweaters. Detroit attacking from right to left. Here's Crosby accelerating. Far circle. Backhand shot stopped by Talbot. He'll freeze it up. Just 22 seconds into this third period. We're tied up at 2. And here's a little scrum happening in the near corner.
Is that Brian Rust in the middle of it?
Rust right now.
That's Beauvillier. Okay, Bo, I see you.
Is it going for the Gordie Howe hat trick?
How about Sid with that explosion of speed? And that was Seider again. Seider was the guy that got victimized on the Brian Rust goal, and this time Sidney Crosby takes him to the outside, and Sid tries to go forehand, backhand, 5-hole as he approaches Cam Talbot.
Crosby against Larkin in a draw to the left of Talbot. Penguins control. Letang above the near circle. Fires and a save by Talbot. Started with his shoulder. Now he fires it. 30 seconds into this third period. Still tied up at 2.
Cam Talbot, an undrafted player, went to that hockey hotbed of Alabama, Huntsville. He was a Charger. There's only one other player to play in the National Hockey League that played at Alabama, Huntsville. That's Jared Ross. He played 13 games for the Philadelphia Flyers in the 08-09 and 09-10 season.
We're going to get a penalty here to Detroit. Mo Seider taking down Anthony Beauvillier. It's been a rough day for Seider.
Detroit penalty number 53, 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Yeah, you got to take full advantage here. You got a fresh sheet of ice. You've grabbed some momentum in the latter half of the second period. You had a great chance by Sidney Crosby in the first 20 seconds of the third period. And now you've got a power play with Detroit's best defenseman sitting in the penalty box. Giddy up and let's go.
Coming into this game, Detroit with the third worst penalty kill in the league. But again, the Penguins unsuccessful in their first power play late in the second.
Sid's getting waved here.
Malkin will take over. Face-off between Malkin and Kopp to the left of Talbot in the wing zone. Drop of the puck, and the Wings have it. Comfer will take it up to the neutral zone. Milking off some time over the Penguins line far side. Shot got blocked by Raquel. Ryan Russ sends it over to the far wall for Malkin. Malkin with a cross-ice pass to Carlson. Jumped off his stick. He has to recollect. Skates back in his own zone. 20 seconds through in this Penguins power play. Drops it back for Raquel. To Malkin over the wings line. Centering pass to Raquel, who ladles it over to Brian Rust at the near corner. Chipped along the near wall. To Malkin, dropping it back for Carlson. Unloads, and it sails high of the net.
Needs to hit the net there.
Malkin's got it at the corner. Rung along the boards to Crosby in the near corner. Now Carlson across over to Raquel. Far circle. Malkin Brian Rust trying to get the redirection. Picks off the back wall. Crosby with it over to Raquel, a one-timer, and stopped by Talbot.
I love what I just saw in this power play. I know the biscuit didn't end up in the basket, but a lot of good things. Starting with puck retrieval. Once puck retrieval happened, puck support, taking what is given, and then once the shot was there, you had Raquel, just a wicked, hard shot pass to hit the stick of Brian Rust. I love that little redirect play, and then it came right back to Raquel again, and he grips it, rips it, lets it fly, and Talbot was kind of peeking behind him, thought that one leaked through.
We had another face-off to the right of Talbot, and Detroit controls. A little over a minute left on the Penguins power play as the Wings clear it on down. Top unit still out there for the Pens. Carlson picks it up behind Nedeljkovic's net, sends it ahead to Crosby. Over the Wings line, throws it off the end wall. It kicks over to the near corner. Raquel's got it. Backhand chips it along the boards, but not enough on it as Lucas Raymond will lift it up into the air, tumble it down to the Penguins' end. 40 seconds left on the power play. Ahead to Malkin over the wing line, near point. Sends it over to Carlson. He loses the puck in the corner. Jesse Pugliarvi tried to swing it over to Crosby, who will ring it back along the boards to Carlson in the near corner. Up along the near wall, getting it to Malkin. Now to Pugliarvi at the bottom of the near circle. Crosby touch passes up to Malkin in the circle. Down to Crosby, centering pass. It's loose in the crease, and Malkin throws one wide of the net. Now Crosby's got a near circle. Over to Carlson above the far circle. Back to Crosby in the near circle. 7 seconds left in the power play. Malkin with it in the corner. Up to Carlson. A snap pass and then trying to get the redirection from Crosby on the side of the net.
Bouncing too much. Look out.
Now it goes over to the far side, out of the boxes. Sider. They try to stretch a pass out to him, but he has to cut over in the neutral zone to stop up the play. Letang's got it now over the Wings line. We're back to 5-on-5. Rung along the boards to Drew O'Connor in the corner. It gets through to Michael Bunting. Over to Letang. He unloads, and that sails wide.
Needs to hit the net.
Taken by Detroit on the far side. Pitched over to Ben Sherrod in the neutral zone. He takes it over the Penguins line in the near corner. Throws one over to the far corner. Now it's taken by O'Connor. He swings it along the far boards as Petrie leaves it over for the far point for Tarasenko. Throws one towards the net, tumbling through, but Nedeljkovic stops it. We're still tied at 2 after the Penguins unsuccessful on the power play. 3 minutes and 14 seconds into this third period.
No, unsuccessful, but a lot of good things on that power play. And I'm a true believer, when you don't score in the power play and it's over, you should be able to say this. Wow, they not only kept the momentum, but they built momentum off that power play, because it can be the other way too, right? That a team can get a lot of momentum and a lot of juice from a really good penalty kill. And I feel like it was the other way around. I think the Penguins kept the momentum and actually built up a little bit more because of the good chances that they had.
Tied at 2 early in this third period. Wings dump it back into the Penguins zone as Pettersson tries to escape it out along the far walls. Drew O'Connor will swat it out to the neutral zone, but it's taken by J.T. Compher of Detroit. Eric Gustafsson, who sends it to center ice. Marcus Pettersson trying to clear it on out. It hit a couple of bodies. Now Drew O'Connor's got it. Sent it over to Nola Chari. Jumped off his stick, though, and Eric Gustafsson has it for the Wings. Now a pass stolen by Drew O'Connor, taken over the wing line far side. Throws one towards the net, easily sticked out of there by Talbot. Chari picks up the loose puck, gets it to Pettersson at the far point. Cross ice to Ryan Shea. He throws one towards the net, blocked by Compher. Races after the loose puck in the neutral zone, and he'll pitch it back to Pettersson. Both teams get a change as Malkin takes a pass and now brings it over the wing line. Plays it off the near boards for Michael Bunting. Backhand chips it along the corner boards. Bunting with a nice pirouette around Dylan Larkin. He's got the puck far side. Throws one towards the net. Talbot on top of it to freeze it. 4.5 minutes into this third period, tied at 2.
What'd you call that move?
I incorrectly called it a pirouette.
Pirouette? No. Is that the sister move of the pirouette?
I could go with that.
Okay, let's just go with it. People are Googling like crazy right now.
No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't Google many things I incorrectly say over these airwaves. We are tied at 2. That's a fact. 4.5 minutes into this third period as Raymond takes it over the Penguins line. Gets stripped of the puck for a moment from Malkin as he goes shoulder to shoulder with Matt Grzelcyk, thrown over to the near side. Out of the reach of any wing over in that area as Petrie races it down. Picks it up in his own zone, sends it along the boards. Now a missed pass goes loosely over to the Penguins' end. Chris Letang racing after it. He plays it off the near boards, taken by Brian Rust. He fishes it over to Matt Grzelcyk. Grzelcyk takes it over the wing line. Malkin with it. Turnaround, backhanded pass right to the stick of Alex DeBrincat, though. Now Larkin and Raymond giddying up over the Penguin line. They get stripped of the puck. Malkin's got it. Ahead to Michael Bunting. Over the wing line. Back to Malkin. And a shot fired as we get a whistle blown. Possibly offside.
Who was offside there? It was an odd play because you had Bunting ahead of Evgeny Malkin. Did Bunting pull himself offside? That was an odd one there.
So we'll get a face-off for the near right dot.
Yeah, I think Bunting and that. He made a little drop pass to Evgeny Malkin. And that was a really close call. Could have gone either way, and they're going to say Bunting pulled himself offside.
Crosby winning the draw. Raquel's got it over the wing line far side. Backhand chips it over to the corner. It goes tumbling in behind the net of Cam Talbot. Rung along the boards onto the stick of Tarasenko. He feeds it to Berggren. And now stolen by Raquel back in the wing zone. Gets it over to Beauvillier. A little touch pass. Looking back for Raquel, but one too many passes for the Pens. Now Crosby with a tough angle shot goes off the shoulder of Talbot. Skims the netting. 14:21 left in regulation. Tied at 2.
How'd you like to win $361 million? Yeah, you heard me right, because Friday's Mega Millions jackpot now has an estimated annuity of $361 million. So don't forget to play at your local retailer or do what the cool kids do now. You can play online. Pennsylvania lottery proceeds benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Players must be 18 or older, and please play responsibly.
Here's the old 2-9er, Phil Bourque. I'm Joe Brand. We're tied up at 2. About 5 minutes and 40 seconds into this third period. All 4 goals coming in the second period. Penguins trying to control after the draw. Brian Rust does keep it alive in the wing zone. Far side, cross-ice pass. A tumbling puck jumped over the stick of Poulin just to the left of the Talbot net. Now taken by Veleno of the wings. He starts to gallop in the neutral zone. Gets it over to Fisher, who will send it over the Penguins line. Nedeljkovic throws it around the boards over to the near half wall. Now it's taken by Poulin, playing in his season debut. Gets it to Brian Rust over the wings line. Chips it up into the air. Batted down by Eric Gustafsson, and now pitched free to the neutral zone where Ryan Shea will give it to Ryan Graves. He cranks it down around the boards in the wing zone. A race for it in the corner. That Drew O'Connor wins, but gets it right to Justin Hall. Wings trying to clear it out. Jesse Pugliarvi keeps it alive at the near point. Sent along the boards, over to the far side. Matt Grzelcyk with a one-hand shove keeps the puck alive in the wing zone. Grzelcyk's got it again, far point. Shot blocked by Hall. Grzelcyk back with it. Letang's got it high slot. He throws one towards the net. Pugliarvi trying to redirect it. Couldn't get it all the way through. Nolichari fighting after it as the wings clear it down to the Penguins' end. As Detroit will get a change. Matt Grzelcyk now weaving through traffic in the neutral zone. Takes it over the wings line. Drops it back at the far point. Shot blocked by Berggren.
Look out.
Now taken by the wings. Here they come. 2-on-1. Comfer and Kane. A fluttering pass to Kane, but Nedeljkovic out of his net to break up the play.
Yeah, Chris Letang left his feet. He got a piece of that too. Very disruptive by Letang. Good timing by Chris.
Wings still have it in the Penguins zone. Far half wall for Kane to Petrie high slot. Wrists one and stopped by Nedeljkovic. He's able to freeze it. As Matt Grzelcyk shoves one of the wings out of the way in the crease. We're tied up at 2. 12:39 left in regulation. You're listening to the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
Sports Grid Radio on Sirius XM has you covered this college football season.
The Tennessee Volunteers take on the Georgia Bulldogs in a massive SEC matchup to keep playoff hopes alive. The Vols haven't beat the Bulldogs since 2016 and are 9-point underdogs against Georgia this weekend. Can they pull off the upset and the cover? Make sure you tune into Sports Grid Radio to stay up to date on all the latest.
The place to get the winning edge over the sports books this football season is Sports Grid Radio, channel 159 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
The biggest plays.
What a save!
Hits.
Oh, hard hit.
Goals.
McDavid scores!
tuned to NHL Network Radio for the most in-depth hockey talk on the planet.
He is the GM of the Minnesota Wild.
Insiders,
The revenues and the big business.
and the best analysis on the air.
Alex Ovechkin.
The NHL on Sirius XM. Hear every team and your hometown call. NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and on demand with the Sirius XM app.
Join me, Fort Stellick, and Scott Laughlin as we recap the night that was on NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
The biggest names in the game.
Trying to get behind Ristolainen. Walks in. Put it between his legs. Shoots it. Score!
NHL play-by-play on Sirius XM.
Ray Hudson here with an important announcement. You can listen to your favorite Sirius XM FC shows on the all-new Sirius XM app, now available for all subscribers.
Tied at 2 with less than 13 left in regulation, and during the break, catching just some more majesty from Sidney Crosby a little bit ago.
Yeah, at first blush, we didn't see it. Had the luxury of looking on the monitor at some replays. Sid, it looked like he was trying to cross crease pass to Beauvillier. And actually, he banked it off the side of the head of Cam Talbot. It then hit the side of his mask, kissed the crossbar, and went out. And that's something that Sid has done before on purpose, and it's worked a couple times for him.
We're showing highlights from a game against the New York Rangers, and then to Borky's memory as Nedeljkovic freezes a puck here. Happened again against Philadelphia.
Yeah, 100%. The one I didn't remember the one against the Rangers, but they just showed it on the TV side. But I do remember the one against the Flyers. It was a while ago, and it might have actually been in Philly too.
Get another face-off to the left of Nedeljkovic. Tied up at 2. Wings scored a pair in the beginning of the second period. And the Pens even things up. Noah Chari against Dylan Larkin. Penguins control on the draw. Erik Karlsson can't clear it out. Lucas Raymond's got it near circle, and they tried to feed Larkin in the slot. He couldn't connect on a one-timer. Here come the Pens in transition. O'Connor wasn't ready for the pass from Puljujärvi on the far side, though. Now taken back by Detroit. Mo Seider accelerating over the Penguins line. Alex DeBrincat centering pass got broken up briefly. Still alive to the left of Nedeljkovic. Karlsson will just swipe it over to the end wall. Penguins are trying to get it out of their own zone. It goes tumbling over to the neutral zone on the far side. Edmondson settles it down.
Yeah, somebody stick a fork in it and get it out of the zone. That bouncing puck, it seemed like trouble for the Penguins.
Karlsson caught a piece of something, dumping it into the wing zone. Over to the far corner, race for it. That is taken by Alex DeBrincat. DeBrincat chipping it at the far boards in the neutral zone. Now pitch free to Jeff Petrie. Sherratt being chased on by Sidney Crosby, trying to pry the puck free in the wing zone. But now Detroit has it. They take it out to center ice. Tarasenko on the far side chips it over the Penguins line. Rung along the boards as Nedeljkovic stops it. Gets it to Chris Letang, who starts to gallop in the neutral zone. To Ricard Raquel over the wings line. Rips a shot. Sherratt got in the way of it, though. Tarasenko with the loose puck, playing it along the near boards. The half wall pulled free by Raquel from the circle. Up to Letang in the slot. Back to Raquel in the circle. He finds Beauvillier, and a blocker save from Talbot. Skims the netting as Bo was looking for his second goal of the night.
Oh my goodness, that is tremendous puck movement by the Penguins. And little passes too, Joe. Letang's pass to Raquel was probably a 15-footer. Raquel's pass to Beauvillier was probably a 4-footer. And again, Beauvillier, does he stick handle there?
Nope.
No. He gets a pass from Raquel. He's in the slot. He knows he's in good shooting area. He just takes it, opens the blade, and then steps into it and rips it. And that's a tremendous blocker save by Cam Talbot to keep it 2-2.
The Rust, Malkin, Bunting line out there once again, and Rust just stole the puck. Here's Ryan Shea throwing one towards the net. Got blocked by Kopp, though. Loose puck in the near corner. Malkin's got it. Takes it below the goal line. Gets pinned along the boards by Edmondson. Now Rust steals the puck yet again. Has it below the corner. Tried to get it to Malkin. And now pitch free below the goal line as Comfer rings it along the boards to the far corner. Mo Seider tries to clear it on out, but can't. Taken back by Bunting. He's got it in the crease. Can't get a clean handle of the puck, though.
Close to being hooking there on Patrick Kane. I think if that's not Patrick Kane, I think they probably call it, Joe.
Kane,
professional courtesy to a future Hall of Famer for sure.
A future Hall of Famer in the Penguin zone right now with his team. The Siders got it along the near half wall. And Gustafson, a one-timer, hit some traffic. Stopped by a diving Comfer. Now picked up by Michael Bunting. He can't clear it out. They get it to Kane above the near circle. He chips it down to the corner as things are getting chippy in front of the net. Now Comfer thrown along the boards by Brian Russ. And now sent free to Michael Bunting. He loses it as Eric Gustafson sends it back along the far boards. Detroit will rework here. Sent ahead for Fisher. He knives it over the Penguins line, but apparently not icing on the wings.
Well, in hockey, home ice is huge. The same is true when shopping for fine jewelry. That's why PITTSBURGHers have trusted third-generation, family-owned Ors Jewelers for more than 70 years. They're the official jeweler of your Pittsburgh Penguins. Ors rocks.
Plenty of home cooking for the Penguins coming up this month. After tonight, 5 of their next 7 games here at PPG Paints Arena. Right now they're tied at 2 against the Wings. Less than 10 minutes left in regulation. Face off to the left of Cam Talbot. It's Nola Chari against Joe Veleno. Drop of the puck. Penguins win it. Drew O'Connor has to settle down the puck in the high slot. Throws one towards the net. Got deflected off the end wall. Poulin and Hall were tangled up a little bit in the near corner. The Penguins try to break it free. Here's Poulin with it, trying to go for a wraparound. Got stripped of the puck. Veleno's got it for Detroit. He brings it up to the neutral zone. Chips it over the Penguins line towards the corner. Carlson first to get there. Scoops it up, takes it on the near side of his own zone with a cross-ice pass to Nola Chari to Marcus Pettersson, taking over the Wings line. Now rung along the boards by Hall. Sent up to the near point, but it goes bouncing over into the Penguins end, raced down by Marcus Pettersson. Both teams with the change. Sidney Crosby now out there for the Pens. As Pettersson lifts it up into the air, dumps it into the wing zone. Petrie first to get there, sent along the boards. Got it to Alex DeBrincat in the neutral zone. Here comes Detroit. Larkin near side over the Penguins line to the corner. Goes for the wraparound. Centering pass to Sherratt. Broken up. Taken by Crosby. He'll fling it off the far wall to the neutral zone, but taken right back by Larkin. Larkin gets it to Lucas Raymond, who backhand chips it to the near corner of the Penguins zone. Chris Letang in full flight below the goal line, but then got lost to the puck as Raquel feeds Beauvillier. He has a goal tonight. At the neutral zone, he'll backhand chip it over to the far corner in Detroit's zone. Penguins get a change. 8:20 left in regulation. We're tied up at 2 here in Pittsburgh. As Malkin darted in trying to strip the puck of Marco Kasper, but he'll dump it into the Penguins end. Delkovich stops it, gets it to Ryan Shea, to Brian Rust near half wall in his own zone, chips it ahead to the neutral zone, and Edvinsson escapes it out to Mo Seider. Tarasenko will drop it back to Edvinsson, pushed ahead to Berggren. He dumps it in to the Penguins end, rung along the boards to the far corner for Tarasenko. Now Ryan Graves stole a pass for a moment. Wings have it back, and a glove save from Nedeljkovic. And a soft shot from the far circle from Detroit. More bodies start to come together as things are getting a little chippier towards the end of this one. 7:50 left in regulation. We're tied up at 2. You're listening to the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
Black and gold are the colors that not only honor our city, but our sports. Together, we're proud sponsors of the early mornings, dedication, breakaway goals, excitement, losing your voice, and passion. We are black and gold. We are Ford. The official car, truck, and SUV of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Pens fans, hockey is back and we're ready to get rowdy. Pick up some Labatt Blue Light, turn on the game, and get cracking all season long. Labatt Blue Light, a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Always enjoy responsibly. Beer, 2024 Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York, all rights reserved. Labatt regular U.S. trademark of Labatt Brewing Company, Ltd. Message for 21 and older.
Stop by Oklahoma Inn in Apollo for $3 Labatt Blue or Blue Light bottles during all Penguins games.
Hey there, Pens fans. Colby Armstrong here from the Pittsburgh Penguins. When you live in the city of champions, why wouldn't you expect the best from your banking experience? That's where Clearview Federal Credit Union comes in. They're the financial partner you can count on for a better life. Clearview wants you to score big financially. Whether you need to save, spend, borrow, or learn, they're here to help. Get easy access to your money from anywhere using their digital banking. Featuring Zelle, Clearview Live Video Banking, over 80,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, and financial centers throughout the Pittsburgh area. Visit clearviewfcu.org/pens for more.
Penguins now out shooting Detroit 31-28. We're tied up at 2. 7:50 left in regulation. Some good chances from the Pens lately, Borky.
Yeah, they're getting close. I like their game. You know, there's probably an itch that wants to be scratched, and that is to open things up here, but the Penguins were pretty diligent and not necessarily playing safe hockey, Joe, but I think that for the most part they've been playing smart hockey.
They win a draw in their own zone. Carlson clears it on out as Drew O'Connor looking for a leading pass to Nola Chari, but it got broken up by Detroit. Puck's now in the wing zone in the far corner. Dylan Larkin kicking at it as Achari keeps it pinned along the boards. And now it's pulled free as O'Connor pitches it along the boards to the near side for Erik Karlsson, who dumps it back in. O'Connor there in the near corner with it. Drops it back towards Achari, but Larkin's first to get there. He escapes it out to Mo Seider. Now sent over to DeBrincat on the far side. Chips it over the Penguins line into the corner. Marcus Pettersson first to get there. But the Wings take it back. Larkin feeding Petrie a drive, and it doesn't get through the traffic. Penguins try to clear it on out, but Alex DeBrincat keeps it alive. His backhand chip along the near boards. Stopped by Erik Karlsson, though. The Wings will get a change. Under 7 minutes left in regulation. We're tied at 2. Erik Karlsson in between the rings. The pass that missed Marcus Pettersson. Now Raquel takes it over the Wings line. Nifty move, far side. Goes for a tough angle shot. Stopped out of there by Talbot. Raquel now feeding Grzelcyk. Back over to Beauvillier. Trying to time up a one-timer. Only got a piece of it.
Yeah, too hard of a pass. That was not a one-timer pass.
Now Patrick Kane with the puck. Far side of the neutral zone. Throws it off the far wall. Dumping it into the corner. Alex Nedeljkovic swings it out to Chris Letang on the near side. Pushed up to Anthony Beauvillier over the Wings line, but he gets stripped of the puck by Edvinsson. Sent along the boards over to the far point. Matt Grzelcyk keeps it alive, throws one towards the net, hits some traffic, goes tumbling over to the near corner, and now picked up by Kopp. His clearing attempt pawed down by Chris Letang. Penguins have it back. 6 minutes left in regulation, still tied at 2. Matt Grzelcyk throws it to the near side for Evgeny Malkin, who chips it into the Wings end. Rung along the boards to the far half wall. Berggren's first to get there. Sends it down to Seider. Pitched up to the corner. Down to the feet of Malkin. Sends it over to the far point. It missed everyone, though. Tarasenko's got it. He takes it over the Penguins line. Dumps it on in. Nedeljkovic will stop it out of his net. Fling it over to the far corner. But Berggren was there first. Stripped of the puck by Ryan Shea. And now Malkin feeding Michael Bunting. Here comes Brian Rust. This line has looked good tonight. Pass intended back over for Bunting got stolen by Detroit. They ring it along the boards as Malkin tries to settle it down and gets pinned into the boards by Jeff Petrie. Bunting coming over there to help. And the Penguins keep it alive as Karlsson flutters one towards Cam Talbot. He hands it down with his glove, and the Wings take it out to the neutral zone. Dump it on into the Penguins, and 5 minutes left in regulation. Tied at 2. As Karlsson slides it over to Pettersson. Dumps it into the Wings end. Rung along the boards from far to near. Up to the corner. Gustafsson can't clear it out because Nola Chari got in the way. Now a loose puck in front of the crease, but the only person there is a wing. Justin Hall sends it over the Penguins line for Fisher, racing it down in the corner. Now loose on the far side. Taken by Rasmussen for a moment. He got pried to the puck by Nola Chari. Chari now scoops up the puck, hits it to Chris Letang. He'll make a U-turn to get some of the defense off of him. Slow down in his own zone as the Penguins get a change here.
Smart by Chris Letang. He knew Crosby was coming on the ice, so let me just hang on here for a second.
Catches a feed. Crosby with it far circle. Got it back to Raquel. Stripped of the puck. Pettersson keeps it alive. Cranks it on down to Raquel. Back up to Pettersson. He sends one towards Crosby. It was in the air, though. Crosby loses his stick on a check from Edvinsson. Wings clear it on down, but that'll be icing. 4:04 left in regulation. Still tied up at 2.
Want some birthdays, partner?
I'd love them.
Here we go. Sean Walker, 30. Brendan Dillon, 34. Jason Garrison, the big 4-0. Mark Fitzpatrick, 56. Former Penguins goaltender Steve Gannett, 59. And the great Gilbert Perreault celebrating his 74th birthday today. Taken first overall in 1970 by the Buffalo Sabres. Won the Calder, won the Lady Byng. Man, what a hockey player. Gilbert Perreault. Happy birthday, boys.
Happy birthday. As the Wings come in transition, could have an on-man rush, but they'll chip it over to the side of Nedeljkovic's cage. Now taken by Chris Letang. He escapes it out to Sidney Crosby. Takes it to the neutral zone in between the penalty boxes. Will fling it over towards Talbot. He sticks it wide over to the far corner. You know what else it is today, Borky?
What's that, pal?
Happy National Kindness Day. Of course, that's every day for you.
It is.
And now the Penguins are trying to be not so kind to the Detroit Red Wings. Tied up at 2 with 3:20 left in regulation. Wings have it in the Penguins zone. Near point, Sherratt throws one towards the net. Found some traffic and went tumbling wide of the net of Nedeljkovic. Wings still have it. Sherratt throwing it towards the crease. Dylan Larkin with a shot over to the far side. And then dumped back in by Petrie. Now Nedeljkovic will fling it off the end boards. Kept alive by the Wings at the far point. Quick shot pass that luckily Ryan Shea was there. And now a stretch pass to Brian Rust on a breakaway. Couldn't get a clean shot off with Petrie on a good back check.
How about a hook there by Petrie? Just when Rust was going to pull the trigger, Petrie got to stick right into the elbow of Rust and just a little tug. And that's why the puck basically rolled off the stick of Brian Rust. No call. Yikes.
2:40 left in regulation. Penguins have it back in their own zone as Karlsson tries to clear it out. Wings keep it alive for a moment. Now taken by Erik Karlsson. Fed ahead to Noel Acciari. He knives it over the Wings line in behind the net. Sider tried to clear it on out as Comfer will get it to Kopp. And now drop back for Edvinsson, who dumps it into the Penguins' end. Nedeljkovic again out of his net to stop it. Letang with it in the near corner in his own zone. Plays it off the wall to get away from Andrew Kopp as Pettersson pushes it ahead. A dump back in by the Wings. They have it again. Kane near circle in the Penguins zone. Brings it along the boards. Pettersson first to get there. 2 minutes left in regulation. Here's a turnover. Petrie with a centering pass. Couldn't get past Noel Acciari. Fight for it in the corner. It's won by Kane. Kane at the far half wall throws one towards the net. That doesn't get all the way through. Acciari dumps it in along the end boards. Loose puck. Swatted over to the far wall for Tarasenko. Kept alive in the Penguin zone. This is a long shift for a few Penguins as Noel Acciari will pick it up in the neutral zone and have to dump it on in.
Penguins dodged a major bullet. That was a bad turnover by Marcus Pettersson. And as soon as he turned the puck over, it was like the Wings smelt blood in the water, and they attacked the Penguins, and they were doing everything to fend them off there. That was a key moment of the game right there.
1:20 left in regulation. The Wings have it in the Penguin zone, but now have to settle it down in the neutral zone. Petrie with it in his own zone. Gives it over to Ben Sherratt. Pushed ahead to Rasmussen, who will angle it over the Penguins line. Below the goal line. It's sent ahead to Rickard Rakell. Now to Crosby, far side of the neutral zone. Went for a cross-ice pass, but it hit the skate of Mo Sider. Popped out of play, and at the exact 1 minute mark of this third period, we're tied up at 2.
I'd say the last 3 or 4 minutes, you felt like the ice is starting to get tilted. And the Wings are trying to finish this off in regulation. And the Penguins, I think they're just thinking, let's get this to 3-on-3. And at least get a point.
Penguins 2-1-2 in 1-goal games this year. Detroit 2-0-1. We're under a minute left in regulation. Detroit takes it over the Penguins line. Dumps into the near corner. Erik Karlsson sends it over to the far side. Mo Sider first to get there, though. Wings defenseman takes it below the goal line to the near circle. Rips a shot and a shoulder save from Nedeljkovic. Now Evgeny Malkin slowly taking it to the neutral zone. Dumping it into Detroit's end. 35 seconds left in regulation. Malkin flying over to the far corner. Tried to pull the puck free, but it was taken by Larkin. His pass to DeBrincat gets broken up as Karlsson will dump it back into the Wings' end. 23 seconds left in regulation. We're tied up at 2 from Pittsburgh. Edvinsson's got it behind Talbot's net. Detroit taking their time here. 15 seconds left. Edvinsson sends it ahead. Pass got broken up. Drew O'Connor's got it. 9 seconds left. Looking for a lead pass. Jesse Puljujärvi near circle. Couldn't get a clean shot off. Goes off the end wall far side. 2 seconds left in regulation. And we are headed to overtime. Shots on goal in favor of the Pens, 33-30. And still, every goal scored in the second period. The first 2 by the Wings, the next 2 by the Pens, none in the third.
If I told you after the Penguins went down 2-0 that this game is going to go to bonus hockey, would you have taken it?
I think I would.
Yeah, so here we are.
Bonus hockey?
Yeah, the Penguins have been better in overtime, and they know how important that first faceoff is in puck possession.
They've won 2 overtime games. Sidney Crosby, the game-winning goal in each of them. Overtime is next on the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
Never a blue Christmas here. Sirius XM's Jolly Christmas is the channel that delivers joy to the world with a sleigh load of hand-selected, high-energy holiday tunes. Bring a smile to the season with Jolly Christmas. Now for a limited time on the Sirius XM app, along with dozens of other holiday channels and specials.
The biggest plays.
What a save!
Hits.
Oh, hard hit.
Goals.
McDavid scores!
Tune to NHL Network Radio for the most in-depth hockey talk on the planet.
He is the GM of the Minnesota Wild.
Insiders.
The revenues and the big business.
And the best analysis on the air.
Alex Ovechkin!
The NHL on Sirius XM. Hear every team and your hometown call. NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91. And on demand with the Sirius XM app.
Join me, Fort Stellick, and Scott Laughlin as we recap the night that was on NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
The biggest names in the game.
Trying to get behind, wrist the line, and walks in, put it between his legs, shoots it, score!
NHL play-by-play on Sirius XM.
Ray Hudson here with an important announcement. You can listen to your favorite Sirius XM FC shows on the all-new Sirius XM app, now available for all subscribers.
Electric.com today.
This is Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield Overtime.
And we've got overtime in Pittsburgh. A 2-2 tie between the Penguins and the Red Wings. Alex Nedeljkovic now on the right side of your radio dial. Cam Talbot now on the left side. Penguins will have Crosby, Raquel, and Chris Letang against Dylan Larkin, Mo Sider, and Lucas Raymond out there for the Wings.
Crosby lost the faceoff, but Raquel jumped behind Larkin and got the puck for the Penguins.
An opening faceoff brought to you by number one Cochran. Go one better. Here's Sidney Crosby over the Wings line. Drops it back for Raquel. Back over to Crosby. Couldn't handle the pass. Shuffles it back along the boards on the near side. A race for it. Chris Letang has to hang back as Larkin picks up the puck. Takes it over the Penguins line in the slot. Now curls around. Takes it back to center ice. Circling the Penguins logo. He gives it over to Raymond. Raymond getting past Sidney Crosby. Takes it to the far side at the circle. Cross ice pass to Sider at the high slot. Sider over to Larkin. Played it off his skate. Takes it to the far circle. Larkin bursting on through. Pass taken by Chris Letang. And Ricard Raquel will get around one of the wings.
Everybody's tired.
Pens need a change here. As Erik Karlsson, fresh off the bench, takes it over the Wings line, gets it to Evgeny Malkin, goes for the backhand, gets denied by Talbot, still has the puck, and the second attempt patted out of there by Talbot. Now Patrick Kane with the puck for the Wings. 3:50 left in overtime.
A gorgeous pass by Karlsson to spring Malkin in all by himself, trying to shake and bake Talbot, and Talbot would not bite.
Penguins have 2 wins in overtime. Detroit has 1 loss in overtime. Both teams looking for that extra point as Kane takes it over the Penguins line, drops it back for DeBrincat, got stripped of the puck by Malkin, but DeBrincat with it back, centering pass Rasmussen, he shoots and scores. Edvinson, Simon Edvinson, the defenseman from the slot, getting it over the shoulder of Alex Nedeljkovic, and the Detroit Red Wings take this game in overtime, 3-2 the final.
Yeah, Brian Rush just got lost. He lost himself, and as soon as that puck went in, he knew. He got caught watching the puck in the corner on the stick of DeBrincat. Did not look behind him where Simon Edvinson had come in. Edvinson thought of shooting the puck right away, Joe, but he probably would have shot it right into Brian Rush, who was down on the ice. So he just kind of dangles a little bit, pulls the puck into his feet, and kind of gives himself a curl and drag and just rips it glove side on Alex Nedeljkovic for your GWG and OT.
Got a quick look at a replay from Evgeny Malkin's 2 chances after he was denied on the backhand with a pad from Talbot. His second attempt actually went off the skate of Brian Russ right in front of Talbot. So the Penguins were close to closing this one out, but it's Detroit picking up the extra point. They win this one in overtime, 3-2 the final. We'll take a break as Paul Steigerwald, Brian Metzer will start the post-game show up, and then Borky and I will wrap things up here from PPG Paints Arena. You're listening to the Penguins Radio Network, presented by S&T Bank.
The Penguins Radio Network is presented by S&T Bank and brought to you in part by Labatt and Labatt Blue Light, the official import beers of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Always enjoy responsibly. By your Pittsburgh area Lexus dealers. Experience amazing. By the Pennsylvania Lottery. Pennsylvania Lottery benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Must be 18 years or older to play. Please play responsibly. Rivers Casino, Pittsburgh's entertainment destination. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Penguins hockey is also presented by Dairy Queen. Happy tastes good. By Coca-Cola, founding partner of the Pittsburgh Penguins. And by Smith's Hot Dogs, proud sponsor of the Penguins and official hot dogs at PPG Paints Arena.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Hey, Penguins fans, make dessert easy with a DQ fudge and crunch cake or Blizzard treat cake. Dairy Queen is the official ice cream and ice cream cake of the Pittsburgh Penguins. At Dairy Queen, happy tastes good.
Hey, hockey fans, the ice is heating up and the savings are too at Spitzer Auto World. Shop thousands of new vehicles at the Panda price. And here's the hat trick. Get a lifetime warranty at no charge. Whack more, spend less at Spitzer Auto World.
Our world revolves around you.
Hey, Pittsburgh fans, this is Phil Bork. In hockey, big goals cause big momentum shifts. As we all know, our Penguins have scored a lot of big goals. As a founding partner of the Penguins, PPG also likes big goals and is pursuing them off the ice to better the Pittsburgh community and the world. Together with the Penguins, PPG increases access to free STEM education through the annual Science at Play and Sticks and STEM events at PPG Paints Arena. We like big goals because when we score them, we all win.
FNB is the official retail and digital bank of the Pittsburgh Penguins. So what does that mean? Well, it means you can expect great checking, obviously, and top caliber performance at home and on the road with a best-in-class FNB Direct mobile banking app. It means hard work and a winning attitude, day in, day out. And it means we're always looking for a chance to assist on your goals. Let's get started. FNB, member FDIC.
As the largest and most experienced program in the region, UPMC Sports Medicine knows that injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend athlete, a rising star, or even a seasoned pro. That's why we offer a complete range of services and experts to help treat and prevent sports-related injuries to get you back in the game. To make an appointment, visit upmcsportsmedicine.com. The UPMC is the official healthcare provider of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
This is Phil Bork, the old 2-9er. Smith's is the official hot dog of the Pittsburgh Penguins and PPG Paints Arena, with recipes over 85 years old. Ask for Smith's hot dogs by name at Giant Eagle and other fine retailers. Smith's, it's a hot dog night in Pittsburgh. SmithsHotDogs.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend bets against your team, end the friendship. Or choose chill because you're drinking Coors Light with your buddy. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
You are now listening to Penguins Live Postgame, brought to you by Rivers Casino on the Penguins Radio Network. Now to your hosts, Brian Metzer and Paul Steigerwald.
Well, a tightly contested game tonight between the Penguins and the Red Wings. Pretty evenly played, I would say, and the scoreboard and the shot clock, all indications of that. The Penguins come up short, losing 3-2 in overtime. Simon Edvinsson scoring the game-winning goal in overtime for the Detroit Red Wings. And the Penguins settle for 1 point here tonight at PPG Paints Arena. We're here for Penguins Live postgame presented by Rivers Casino and the Lexus Club. And Mets, the Penguins were tiptoeing around, I thought, in the first period tonight. Then they started to get their equilibrium after, the shock of what happened on Monday. Seemed like it took them a while to warm up to the task, but I thought it was a pretty good hockey game all in all.
I would agree with you. It took them a while to get their legs, as you just mentioned. They only got their second shot of the game at the 13-minute mark of the first period, and